Nah, that's just passion. We love the game. You already know what it is. FYF. You don't got tough skin. Might as well not even come on in. Talk to 'em. FYF, blow the whistle, man, we too official. Better check the film, we not one of them. The greatest to ever ball above the rim. They wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Cut the small conversation, debate on major levels. This the playoffs, baby, bring that pressure, we never settle. Cross and spin, getting it in, I wanna win. That teamwork got us headed to the ship again. Oh, LeBron better than MJ? Cut it out. Half these fans in the stands don't know what they talking about. Half-court jumpers, crowd going wild. FYF ranked #1, you better say it loud. Intellectual talk, but fuck your feelings. Elijah 1 too overrated, Kobe still a realist. Top 10 all time, now how they cut the line. Magic Johnson, Draymond Green, one in the same kind. Fuck your feelings, fast break, stop and pull a J. He got how many rings, nothing else to say. With the team, live streaming, play by play. It's the dream, full steam on the road to 100K. FYF, blow the whistle, man, we too official. Better check the film, we not one of them. The greatest to ever ball above the rim. They wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Cut the small conversation, debate on major levels. This the playoffs, baby, bring that pressure, we never settle. Cross and spin, getting it in, I wanna win. That teamwork got us headed to the ship again. Started small, then turned into big dogs. They treat me like the GM, I just make the call. No matter who my op is, I'ma stand tall. Then pull up to the game, fresh like I just left the mall. 100K, 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 check the score. We gon' bust the shot clock, fans running to the floor. All I hear is go this and go that. Man, your team suck, hang it up like a coat rack. I love the game, I admit it, I can't quit it. Step in front of me, man, your ankles gon' get the business. Been a legend like Moses Malone, way ahead of my time. This the greatest sports show ever, I just had to remind. FYF, FYF, blow the whistle, man, we too official. Better check the film, we not one of them. The greatest to ever ball above the rim. They wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Cut the small conversation, debate on major levels. This the playoffs, baby, bring that pressure, we never settle. Cross and spin, getting it in, I wanna win. That teamwork got us headed to the ship again.
FYF Sports, man, it's Lamont, man. We back. Appreciate you guys being here, man. Salute to everybody pulling up, man. My apologies for the late notifications. We got George says, stop hating on Draymond. I didn't know I was hating on Draymond. Definitely don't hate on Draymond. I've been one of the biggest advocates for Draymond. Hoop Jargon says, I'm pretty sure the opinions reflect the standards. He says, True Boys was fighting like a motherfucker back then, but the NBA society as a whole has a conscious effort to stop such behavior. That's why I critique him. Salute to Avion, Ricky E245, Brandon, Baxter. He says, we got Valentinaoli. Draymond's not even being physical or aggressive. He's just doing dumb shit. All right. Yeah. And that's what we're going to get to today. We're going to talk about it because you said that beautifully. It was just stupid and dumb shit. But that's exactly what it was in the 80s and the 90s. The punching, the fighting, the grabbing people out the air. It's just as stupid as what Draymond was doing. It's crazy that revelation has now finally come to some of you guys. It's crazy. See, but the difference is when it was happening in the 80s and the 90s, I'm not particularly sure what people were saying in the moment, but what I do know is the fighting and the physicality on the punches being thrown is something that fans of old school basketball have been trying to use to say, this is why the NBA was better back then. This is why the NBA was more physical. These guys took the game more seriously. They wasn't all buddy-buddy with each other. This is what made the games more competitive. Again, I don't necessarily know what the talking points were in the moment in the 80s and 90s, but I do know how people like Michael Wilbon, people like Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith, and a lot of proponents or a lot of people that advocate for that golden age of basketball that we saw in the 80s and 90s, one of their talking points is the physicality. They bring up the Celtics and all the punches being thrown. They bring up the Pistons and the physicality and how if Jordan drove in the lane, they'd just knock Jordan to the ground, because they talk about how players like Steph Curry couldn't survive in that era. He would get knocked to the ground. Guards of today, they say the lane ain't gonna be so wide open. If you come through the lane, you're gonna get punished. Those hard fouls that y'all were talking about. Guys just getting beat up. Y'all saw the beginning of this stream, and I played a 1-minute clip of it. I can pull it up one more time. This don't necessarily have nothing to do with Draymond, particularly. Right? And the one thing that I don't like about this whole situation is that when I listen to Joe Dumars and even guys like Steve Kerr, when I hear these people talk about Draymond, and all he's doing, because Draymond Green himself has also been one of the players that said today's game is soft, but all Draymond Green is doing is just giving fans a taste of what they claim they loved about the 80s and the 90s. And as soon as he gives them a taste of it, they turn their backs on him. They turn their backs on him. And not only do they turn their backs on him, people like Joe Dumars, who was on the Bad Boy Pistons, are saying he needs to go get help. And they're trying to play it off as if Draymond Green, a guy that's just playing the game the way he understands it, he wants to be a bit more physical. He wants to have an edge. Sometimes he wants to send a message. When he does it, it's not just he's bad for the game. They now label him as now he borderline has mental problems. Joe Dumars, man, I hope he gets the help he needs. Steve Kerr, man, I just hope he gets some help. What? So if where was Bill Lambier's help? Where was the help then? Where was the help for Dr. J and Larry Bird? Who was going to tell those guys, you guys need to step away from the game, go get some help? When Hakeem Olajuwon out there sucker punching people, did anybody pull Hakeem out? Hakeem Olajuwon punching Vernon Maxwell in the locker room, slapping them, matter of fact, at that, beating people up all the time. Did anybody tell Hakeem Olajuwon, man, you got to go get some help? The problem is, and that's the hypocrisy in it. I think we all understand, and I think one of the reasons why Draymond Green was suspended is not because they think he needs help. It's because they know Draymond Green's smart enough to know better. The time that we live in, the day and age that we live in just does not allow for those things. I'm not going to put Draymond Green needs help on Draymond. Draymond Green is an extremely intelligent player. He's a guy with what some could be considered marginal basketball skills that's probably going to find himself in the Hall of Fame because he's an extremely and highly intelligent person and basketball player. And for people like Joe Dumars and all of these people to sit here and walk around talking about, yeah, Draymond Green just needs to get the help he needs. But you wouldn't say that about none of the bozos none of the known crackheads and cokeheads of the 80s. You didn't say that about none of those guys running around, running on the court, swinging fists willy-nilly, sunker punching people. I could pull the clip up again just to give you guys a quick reminder. It's not very long. And the thing is, I could easily make this clip 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I had to find a clip that kind of dumbed it down just to 1 to 2 minutes, just so I don't play a clip an extremely long time. Watch this. I want y'all to see this. It's crazy how they put this label on Draymond Green. Now, my personal opinions on this thing right here, as soon as I saw Draymond Green turn and flail his hands and hit Yusuf Nurkic, I said, man, he's going to get suspended. I don't know what the punishment's going to be. I'm not going to pretend to say that I predicted it was going to be an indefinite suspension. But I knew because of his track record, they were going to lay the hammer down on him. I'm fine with the NBA laying the hammer down on Draymond Green. I've already told you guys what I feel Draymond Green is trying to do, because Draymond Green is a smart and intelligent player and person. Because I don't believe he's an idiot. But people are trying to pass it off like he's an idiot. But I truly believe that Draymond Green is showing his ass, acting a fool, because I think he's trying to completely throw his value in the garbage can. And he wants to leave the Golden State Warriors with no other choice but to trade him. And his obvious preferred destination would just so happen to be with the Lakers, a team that just so has similar contracts with a few players they don't want as well. And the swap would actually resolve all of the Lakers' problems, defending the three-point line, another facilitator so LeBron could play a tinge more off ball, and you can actually rebound the ball better. You solve like 3 to 4 problems by bringing a guy like that in. Does it win you a championship? I don't know. But when I look at Draymond Green, I don't see an idiot. I don't see somebody that's out of control. I see somebody that's calculated. You don't win 4 championships and you're not calculated in the NBA. You don't start for a team that's been to all those NBA finals if you're not a highly intelligent player. I believe Draymond Green can control himself. See, that's the problem. I think we start to apply these psychological terms to Draymond Green as if he's dumb or has no control or this is something he needs to go get help for. I don't believe that. Unless he's truly diagnosed by a psychologist, that's the only way I'm going to accept it. But I'm not going to accept it from people like Joe Dumars and people of the past who've had players on their teams who were 10 times worse than Draymond Green, and no one said that those guys had emotional control issues. Did anybody say Bill Laimbeer had emotional control issues, or that he was a psychotic, or that he needed help? Did anybody say that about Akeem Olajuwon? I just need to know these things. But we say this about Draymond Green. Let me play this for y'all, man. And this is just a quick reminder. Just a quick reminder. I'm about to drop the link and I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys up here. It's sad what they're trying to do to Draymond Green and how they're trying to label him. I want y'all to check this out. I want y'all to stop. Tell me to pause the video when we find the player that people said needed to go get help. The guy that just smacked Larry Bird. Definitely out of control. Looked like he had some personal agenda there when he went up and took Larry Bird out the air. And the way he did that, I'm almost positive that wasn't his first time doing it either, because he did it too easily. These guys are out of control. Did we label any of these guys as psychotic or emotionally unstable? Look at these guys, other 80s and the 90s. Just battered him out the air, almost broke his neck. Knocked Larry Bird onto the stanchion. Larry Bird now, punches thrown, out of control right there. Olajuwon sucker punched the guy. Is Olajuwon crazy? Is Olajuwon can't control his emotions? Is he out of control? And let's not pretend as if this is the first time Olajuwon did that. Huh? Olajuwon was known for doing this in the locker room and on the court. I want you to see this. Look at Olajuwon. Is he unhinged? This is number 5 of the Utah Jazz. Number 5 of the Utah Jazz is an absolute bum. Number 5 of the Utah Jazz is a guy that no one here could name him. You can't tell me his jersey. You can't tell me what college he went to. He's an absolute scrub. But this guy has Hakeem Olajuwon so perturbed that this man decides to just sucker punch him. I'm going to drop the link for you, Hoop Jargon. Just give me about 30 more seconds, Hoop. Look at this. Draymond Green has never done nothing like that. Hold on, let's go back play. Draymond Green has never done nothing like this. When has Draymond Green done that? Did anybody call Elijah? Did Joe Dumars say Olajuwon needed help? He had a track, just like Draymond Green has a track record of doing some of this silliness. Those players of the 80s had a track record, but nobody was running around saying what people did. And Herm, you could be a testament to this. What they said was, this is what made that era tough. You couldn't go through the lane. You could get knocked out the air. They couldn't survive this era. Y'all glorified it. Michael Wilbon, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, all these people that are sitting here trying to tear down. I want y'all to go look at everybody on YouTube and in the media that's trying to tear down Draymond Green. They all have in the past said today's league is soft. And they all have some type of track record of saying the past game was more physical, and the physicality of those games, you would get beat up if you went through the lane. They glorified this stuff. But now all of a sudden, Draymond Green just throws a little slap. Because to be honest, if we really being honest about it, Yusuf Nurkic did put a little extra juice and flop on that flail when he fell to the ground. Yes, Draymond Green was out of control and flailed his arms, but Yusuf Nurkic did a good acting job on his own. And he did some more acting in the post-news conference. Keep this playing. So we already see how out of control Hakeem Olajuwon is. Look at these guys, man. Look at these guys, man, out of control. Bill Laimbeer always in the mix. These dudes right here just throwing guys to the ground, fighting willy-nilly, out of control, knocking Jordan out the air, falling over each other. That's not even a basketball. Look at Bill Cartwright, mad, angry for no reason. Ron Harper tussling with guys. Look at these. These are melees. Look at this. Look at Robert Pierce. Look, what the hell was that? Who the hell has Draymond Green ever done this? Look at this. What the hell is that? Who does that? But did anybody ever call Robert Parrish to the psychiatric room, right, to get help? But Draymond Green need help. Look at this. Have y'all look at this right here? And that's not the first time Robert Parrish did something like that. Look at these guys on the ground. Look at Larry Bird like a damn fool. Look at Bill Laimbeer and Brad Daugherty. This is one of the reasons why Brad Daugherty out there driving race cars for NASCAR. Look at this shit. Look at these guys. If Draymond Green needs help, then these guys all need to be in psychiatric wards right now. If Draymond Green needs to go get help, according to Joe Dumars, then Joe Dumars and all of his Detroit Pistons teammates need to go check themselves into rehab right now. That's all I'm saying. Look at this. That's not even a basketball play. You're really trying to hurt him by grabbing him in the air. Like they're risking. They're so crazy. They're risking their own health trying to foul guys and trying to hurt other guys. Look at this. Look at this. They're risking their own health, throwing people out the air. Isaiah Thomas literally climbed his back, risking life and limb just to go beat up on people, but yet Isaiah Thomas wasn't crazy. Huh? Well, all this stuff happening, but y'all remember, so when they come in here talking about that old era, the rough and tough era, and them guys was fighting, they no longer are credible. All these people that glorify the 80s and 90s no longer credible when they start talking about that fake physicality. Because as soon as they see a lick of physicality in today's game, because they cried at today's game is soft, what they get to doing. Look at this. Danny Ferry over there swinging on Michael Jordan. You know why Danny Ferry swinging on Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan about to throw. Look, he's scratching Reggie Miller in the eye. I want y'all to look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. This might be a man that's crazy. He might be crazy. Look at Jordan. Jordan look unhinged right here and out of control. Jordan is unhinged and out of control. If anybody needed help, and this could possibly one of them games where just Jordan had one of them nasty hangovers like a lot of people was talking about. He looks unhinged, out of control. Look at this. Out of control, man. What is this? If Draymond Green needs help, Michael Jordan not only needs to check himself into rehab for alcoholism, he also needs to check himself into a psychiatric ward because he was completely out of control. Remember, this was the man where 80s and 90s players say that Jordan would literally make up beefs in his head just to be mad at you. If that ain't the definition of crazy, if that ain't the definition of somebody that need help, then what is? But Draymond Green needs help. Remember, even they little stories that try to propagate Michael Jordan tell you the man was crazy, batshit crazy. Look at this. Look at his eyes. Look at this. Who does that in a basketball game? You sitting here trying to gouge Reggie Miller's eyes out. I want y'all to ask yourself, have any one of y'all been in a basketball game and got fouled so hard that you ran up to the other guy and you tried to gouge his eyes out? Oh, look at Pootie. Look at Pootie. Pootie Smooth says that's just psychotic competitiveness. You know what, Pootie? Just for you, I'm going to ask ChatGPT if that's a real thing. Psychotic competitiveness. Right? Pootie introduced Pootie because we know they don't have the best schools out there on the East Coast where you at. You guys got some of the lowest educational and comprehension scores in the world, but somehow they were able to teach you what psychotic competitiveness was. We got to chat GPT that word because Pootie is now trying to cop deuces and make excuses for this out of control nonsense. If we're going to call Draymond Green crazy, then I'm literally calling all of these guys flipping, flailing, fighting for no real reason. I'm calling all of these dudes crazy. When I played pro overseas, I saw niggas fighting the game. Real talk. I know. And it was crazy. It's not normal, right? I'm going to tell you, look, y'all, I've played in a lot of basketball games. Fighting don't happen all the time. It happens sometimes. And when it does happen, generally, most of the players there are usually there to try to break it up. And they don't let it go on. And they don't consider it toughness. Usually when you get to fighting, especially if the coach is around, somebody's getting suspended. Some type of punishment is getting doled out because it's not part of the game. Now, I'm not saying that's for all teams, but I'm saying for most teams. Ain't no team I ever been on where the coaches is going to catch guys fighting and ain't no punish because it ain't part of the game. It ain't no indication of physicality. It ain't no indication of toughness. It's really just indication of mental weakness. I've told you guys this in the past about fighting. Fighting is a sign of mental weakness. Fighting in basketball is a sign of mental weakness. If you can't keep your composure, I can't trust you in a game. But see, because the NBA condoned this in the 80s and 90s, there really was much repercussion for these guys. So they were able to showcase their mental weaknesses here on the court, right? They were able to showcase to the world that they were crazy and get away with it because the NBA allowed it to a certain degree. We see this right here. So we got Jordan trying to gouge out Reggie Miller's eyes. We got Danny Ferry swinging on Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan's grabbing and hugging all over him. They had to grab Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan's about to cold cock the guy. What type of craziness is this right here, y'all? But yet we got people like Joe Dumars, Charles Barkley, Adam Silver, Steve Kerr. These people are coming on national TV trying to throw Draymond Green under the bus to save their own ass. And what they trying to do? We got Draymond Green. We got his best interests at heart. We just want to see him get the help he need. What type of help does he need? What type of help does he really need when y'all ain't offered no help to any of these guys that was far more aggressive, far more unhinged, right? And did far more with regards to fighting and fouling people on the basketball court than Draymond Green ever did. And then y'all, and again, in any conversation with LeBron and Steph Curry or whatever we have it, y'all use those same fights and all that craziness and all that shenanigans to say that's why those eras were better. You know what I'm starting to believe, y'all? I'm starting to believe that those fans in 80s and 90s, y'all might be softer than this generation today. Y'all might be softer than this generation today. As soon as y'all see when LeBron James threw an accidental elbow in Isaiah Stewart, you know what I saw? I saw a whole bunch of these so-called fans of the old school. LeBron James needs to be suspended. He needs to be suspended. Why? What? Didn't we see Karl Malone obliterate Isaiah Thomas's whole forehead into the floor? Had him leaking. Didn't we see that? But Karl Malone ain't crazy. LeBron threw an accidental elbow. That wasn't intentional. We've never seen that before. Oh, now LeBron got to get suspended. And here's what makes him extra scary, y'all. This is what makes him extra scary. Jokic gets fouled. Jokic can run up to the Morris twin, knock the man into the next generation, injure the man. The man's whole season was over. He was on the injury reserve for the rest of the year, but don't nobody say nothing to Jokic. We got Grayson Allen out here. Grayson Allen out here intentionally tripping people. He's been doing this since college, doing all this crazy stuff. Don't say nothing to no Grayson Allen. So now what we see is we see these 80s and 90s fans even show a weaker side. They don't have the balls to call everybody out that does this consistently. They only like to pick and choose the easy pickings. Oh, everybody's pile on the Draymond Green. Let's us also pile on the Draymond Green. And don't even realize that the words that they saying is contradiction to some of the main talking points that they like to push. That's what I'm saying. Pat Bev pushes Chris Paul in the back. Pat Bev needs to be suspended. That's not part of the game. Oh, okay. Come on. Now y'all want to cry about it. Now y'all want to cry about it. George, nobody put a battery in my back, George? Common sense. Common sense put a battery in my back. And like I say, I'm not going to be a defender when I'm probably one of the biggest fans of Draymond Green, especially with what he does on the court. When I saw him do that foul, I said, damn, that was stupid. I'm thinking to myself, damn, Draymond, why out of all times, why did you have to do that right now? The Warriors are struggling. I mean, y'all trying to get y'all bearing back together, man. That was stupid, Draymond. Why you do that? But you know what I'm gonna tell? Like, if I'm sitting next to Draymond, if I'm his homie, damn, Draymond, that was stupid, man. Why you do that dumb shit, man? I'm not gonna sit next to Draymond and say, damn, Draymond, I wish you can go get the help that you need, man. There's something going on in your life. Now everybody want to play therapist to Draymond Green over a couple of fouls in the NBA. That's how you know it's fake. That's how you know it's all fake. And a lot of these people are just putting on a show. Joe Dumars was putting on a show. The only reason Draymond Green got suspended is because he did it on national TV. It gets plastered all over social media. And in today's world, today's cancel culture, you have to do something about it. Bro, and we both know it. Like, I've watched episodes of Martin. Do you know how many gay jokes and crazy jokes that episode has in it? And I'm thinking, man, boy, if that show was live today, boy, they would get canceled. Even watching older shows like Seinfeld and whatnot, I'm talking about, I hear some crazy jokes. So times, I just accept the fact that I understand times have changed. What used to be accepted in the 80s and 90s is no longer accepted now. But what it shouldn't do is it shouldn't change your approach towards the situation. Right? Those Martin jokes, when he got them little gay jokes, they still funny now. They still funny. And I know people were laughing at them back then, and they still funny now. It's just they're not accepted by the mainstream. So what I'm saying is, if them hard fouls and the fighting and all that craziness was accepted then, why is it not accepted now? You don't have to, you can still be understanding and receptive to the fact that, look, times have changed. He's going to get punished for it, but it shouldn't really change your base stance on it. Especially if one of your strongest talking points, today's league is soft, man. These guys are too friendly, man. They like each other. They best friends. Because what you guys do is you put out the image that these guys take it easy on each other. They ain't willing to make them hard fouls and do things like that. It's a lot of cap, man. But look, I'm going to drop the link, man. I'm going to have y'all come up here. And look, this is one of those, this is a tough conversation because I know a lot of 80s and 90s fans are going to shy away from this. So I don't expect a lot of you guys to come pull up, man, and really expose yourself to this criticism. But we'll see. We'll see, man. Hold on. Let me drop this link. And we're gonna put some, we're gonna put some, just a few quotes on the screen as well, to help refresh you, because there was a lot of people, from players like Dr. J, Shaquille O'Neal, all these people saying this era's soft. They see Draymond Green scrape Yusuf Nurkic with a few fingernails, and now he need to go get help. They watch Draymond Green stomp on Sabonis' chest, which in that particular case, that was rightfully so, because you got no business grabbing another man's foot in an NBA basketball game, and because that can lead to injury. And that would be the only reason why I accept him stomping on him. You don't grab a player's foot. What you don't do. Just like I didn't accept Dellavedova grabbing Kevin Love's shoulder, yanking his shoulder, and I wouldn't have not have blamed Kevin Love if he would have got up and uppercutted Dellavedova into the next century. Or not that, whoever it was. I can't even remember who the guy was that grabbed his arm and yanked it out of place. But y'all get what I mean. Let me get you guys up here. Salute to Brandon, Hoop Jargon. We got Jordan here. Hoop, man, what's good, man?
Salute.
What's up, bro? What's up, panel?
What you got on this, Hoop, man? Now look, I know you say some of my angles is crazy.
All right.
It's my angle. Am I wrong about this? To let me know if I'm going down the wrong lane.
Well, I'm gonna state it this way, bro. I like your channel because I like to disagree with you when you're wrong, but I like the fact how your brain thinks. I do like that. So don't take it no kind of way, when I kind of just disagree with you vehemently. Let me say that. But at the same time, when you had that whole little soliloquy and you went through, your whole thing, you kind of just went against your whole premise when you said that, okay, gay jokes go across well in the 90s with Martin, and now it doesn't fly. So it shows a different era, shows that certain things that are a little more stringent, a little more, how can I put it, abrasive, they don't fly the same way now. And that kind of, that little juxtaposition is kind of how like the Adam Silver era is to the David Stern era. So what you saying, and I'll be brief, I'll let everybody, cook on this topic, but what you saying is right, man. Like in the 80s, that shit was out of control. Hakeem Olajuwon used to slap on people and shit. Hakeem is my guy. And it's true. But in this new era, wasn't it like, to the end of David Stern's era was to clean that shit up? Am I wrong? To clean up the thug, perception of the NBA? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right about that. You're right.
Okay. So Adam Silver, when he came in, has been big on this new, extremely liberal, extremely social active and getting all, basically having a squeaky clean game.
I
agree.
In
this new era right here, yeah, those things are going to be frowned upon. And to your point, I got to give you credit. These old dudes who participated in the Stern era, yeah, they saw all that fuck shit that went on. But now they're in this media space where they got to kind of go along with, the cultural climate for them to have a job. You can't be sitting there talking this crazy shit like, oh, yeah, this is how we used to do it. This is how we used to do it. Because why is that? It doesn't ingratiate itself with the current crowd. So as it currently stands, yes, you're going to get a lot of disingenuous opinions to your point. But to say that, saying that, to dismiss the fact what Draymond's doing, and just like you, bro, I've been a Draymond fan since Michigan State. I love Tom Izzo. Tom Izzo is probably my favorite college coach. I've loved Draymond since inception. But I got to call a spade, because when you look at all, his dossier of things he's done, bro, we talking about LeBron James kicking up at him, being a clown, got his ass put out of game 6, which was deserved, right? And you know me, I'm not a LeBron James, guys. But at the same time, right is right, wrong is wrong. With Sabonis, with Jordan Poole, which I'm not a Jordan Poole guy. He probably deserved to get punched in the face, but who does that, right? Well, Jordan, actually. Jordan did that too. But going forward with the situation with, him doing the thing to, Rudy Gobert, put him in that headlock and shit, and so on and so forth. Oh, by the way, Kevin Durant waving this nigga off, blowing the game, and then getting mad because KD on your ass, because he should be on your ass, because get a ball's the goddamn best player. So this is like a culmination of his whole body of work. So I don't think it's bad at all that people on his ass right now, bro.
No, I agree with the punishment, because I know he knows we in a different day and age, and that stuff don't fly no more. And he should be aware of his track record. And so when I use that connection from when I talked about how certain jokes in the Martin episode, funny back then, but you know what those jokes still are to me now? They still funny to me now. I'm not all of a sudden, just because times have changed and the climate around those types of jokes have changed. When that episode still plays, I'm not all of a sudden going to change and be like, nah, that joke ain't right. I'm still going to laugh, even though times have changed. I can still be accepting of the fact that times have changed, and I still have the same stance. I just understand you can't do that no more. And that's what I'm saying. Draymond Green needs to be aware you can't do that no more. What surprises me is that the people of the past who were accepting that behavior all of a sudden are no longer accepting of it. They're going so far to say this man needs help.
Okay, well, let me say this too, Lamont. He also had a situation where he got into a fight with a football player at Michigan State at a bar. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, bro, like as a fan of Draymond Green, he's shown he flies off the handle, dog. And that's why I was saying in the chat, bro. Like when I played ball overseas, man, I seen like the smallest shit turn to a brawl. when I was playing in Portugal my first year. I was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like it was mind blowing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was mind blowing, but I've seen it. I've seen when I coach AAU. You know, if you know about Houston, Third Ward, we played at Jack Yates High School. That's where George Floyd went. And rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Big Pokey, a very popular rapper in Houston. It's like they call it the Mecca back in Houston. I remember my players getting into it like and fighting and shit on that shit. Like I was like, God damn, that shit escalated quick. So I've seen things get that way. So I'm not like one of them dudes who's prudish, as it were, or I'm oblivious to like how things can escalate. But what I'm saying is when you have an inordinate amount of things on your, you know, your little lecture or your dossier, I can't keep ignoring it, bro. I can't keep ignoring it. So to your point, going back, some of those dudes have been like, you know, labeled the same way. Yeah. With this current society, absolutely. Again, Hakeem Olajuwon had problems, bro. Like he had an attitude problem out the ass. Bill Laimbeer, like you said, Jordan had problems. But the reality is we're all where we are now, where it's like it's softer on things like that, and it's not it's not prudent for you to go out and do the things you do. And Draymond's doing this shit right now. In the 80s, he'd be fine. But right now, it's not the 80s. So we only can evaluate it to where things are right now. And it's just like, I just can't keep looking the other way.
And me and you, look, I think me and you are both on the same page. I think what he did was stupid. I think he deserved the suspension that he got. I even said the same thing when he choked Rudy Gobert. I said, man, bro, you didn't need to do all that to bust that up. That was just doing too much. And so all I'm saying is it's the extra layer that people are trying to put on top of it as they pretending like it's something bigger than what it is, saying that he needs help. That's the extra layer. When I'm listening to Joe Dumars and Steve Kerr and all these guys, now you're just playing the man off like he crazy when I know he not crazy. And that's the extra juice that I didn't like.
You can't get mad at what they did because they planned what the world is playing. Look what they did to Kyrie. So what you just said is what they're trying to play to the world, what the world is seeing. And his actions is what he did. They have to play to the world like they're really doing something to him. They really can't do nothing to him. He's a millionaire. So they have to play to the world like they're really punishing him. So you can't get mad at what they're doing, Lamont.
No, I'm not mad at what they're doing. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the suspension. I understand it.
Well, they have to say
extra juice.
Yeah, they have to do
say
that.
You suspended him because you know you already on you got a track record.
They have to pay. They have to play to the public. They have to play to the public. That's what I'm saying.
George, I get that side of it. And I can accept it. I accept the suspension. What I'm not cool with is the older fans pretending as if this is something that they've never seen before, or this is something they were never okay with when they were.
Did they That's not the same. It's not the same. It is not the same.
They didn't say that though. Implicitly.
Back in the 80s and the 90s, they always said we can be friends off the court, but when you step between them lines, you are my enemy.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right.
So what's the difference between now where Draymond
because his actions that was not even a play on the ball.
No.
Now Lamont, wait a minute, let me finish. Lamont showed you clips of things that happened within the NBA, but he didn't show you the before actions. Just like the other day, who was that? That was Patrick Beverly and the boy from Detroit. They didn't show you what Patrick Beverly did to the guy before the play. They only showed you what happened after the play.
Don't matter.
Yeah, but
so he showed you a clip of Hakeem hitting the guy from Utah, but he didn't show you what the guy from Utah did to Hakeem down the court.
It don't matter.
See, that's what it does matter.
Because hoop jargon. And I actually had to get on a few years ago. I got on one of my players about this, and we were playing in a big time game. I mean, this is one of the games that decides if we go to the national tournament. And we are making a crazy run to get back into the game and probably win the game if this incident don't happen. But what happens is The other team is getting frustrated. We on a run, calls not going their way, momentum swinging. We get the steal. As soon as we get the steal, the player on the other team just literally 2-hand shoves my player in the chest to the floor. Now, this is where I say the mentality of the game needs to kick in.
Yeah.
Me knowing time scoring situation, you know what I'm going to do? If I get pushed, I'm going to be laughing because I know I'm going to the line to shoot 2 technical free throws, and I'm going to wait for my guys to help me up.
Right.
Knowing time scoring situation because it's a big game, and they just had the mental breakdown, not us. But my player gets up, gets in the other guy's face, he turns what would have been just a tech on them into a double tech, and it nullifies it.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is, no matter what causes it, you always have to be thinking in the game of basketball.
You're right. And baseball, football, everything, Lamont.
All right, I'm gonna explain that down if you allow me to. I mean, give me 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's like that street culture versus basketball intelligence.
Yes.
Because we know street culture is you put hands on me. The prerequisite is I put hands back on you.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna match your energy, as it were. But when you understand, when you play at a high level, it's like, yo, okay, this person is unhinged. So they're making a mistake that's going to cost them the game. And if you put your ego to a side a little bit, guess what? You get the dub. And then you talk that shit after the game.
Yep.
Right? And that's a hard burden, especially, I got to say it, in the Black community. That's a hard thing to overcome. I'm a guy that played midnight basketball. If y'all don't know what midnight basketball is, come on, yeah, that's why you laughing. You know what time it is, bro. Right? The most unsavory, the most unhitched people come to midnight basketball as a spectator or as a player, right?
Yeah.
So you learn in those spaces that, like, yo, okay,
with no security,
you can be tough to some level, but you ain't the toughest in that gym, whether you're a spectator or you're a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that street culture permeates even to the professional level, so or the collegiate level, to your example. So in that space, you got to understand that, like, dog, you got to be smarter than the situation. And when I coached D1 level, when I played D1 level, we were always, as a coach, we always tell our players, be smarter than the situation. And as a player, my coaches told me the same. And it's a hard thing to do, but it's a disciplined thing to do. And I think it's something that a lot of people don't have the capacity to do. But when you do it, to your point, yo, I beat you already mentally.
Yeah.
And that's a tough thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Kareem did it. You didn't bring that up, Lamont. Kareem did it inside the game.
I mean, if it happened, I just don't recall it. That's a little bit outside of my scope.
He did it to Rudy Jonathan. I mean, to the Houston coach.
Right, but you're making the point that's already been made. You're making
I'm just saying, bro. But he bringing up points. I'm telling them facts.
Right.
In the heat of a game, players lose their composure. But it's up to that player, like he just said. You have to have he said the mentality to hold it, and some do and some don't. But this league right here, right now, they have to play the game for the fans, for the public, for the television, for the endorsements. They have to play that game.
Yeah, but I think y'all are missing the point, right? Like, the point is that, and I'm glad this shit happened. I'm glad that we get to see this, right? Because it points out the hypocrisy in a lot of people. The very same people told us that this league is soft and the 80s and 90s was where the men played and niggas got their legs broke.
Nothing to do with it.
No. Hold on. Because now we're seeing niggas playing like the 80s and 90s, being violent, being reckless.
No, you
it ain't niggas. It's Draymond.
Hold on.
No, you not.
It's Draymond. This is different.
Be composed.
No, you not.
Be composed, right? Because when we were telling people that, yo, that shit was not skill, y'all, that's how they was playing then. And now y'all are saying that it's not skill. So I'm glad this shit happened, right? And it's
what
crazy.
Draymond did ain't got nothing to do with how they played in the 80s and the 90s.
Hold on.
It has a lot to do with it.
Keep your composure. Like, you acting like Draymond right now, brother. So all I wanted to say is that it's funny seeing Steve Kerr talk about, he needs help, but where was Steve Kerr when he was getting punched the fuck on by Jordan? He wasn't saying Jordan needed help.
He didn't have a platform like that back then,
Y'all
bro.
taking that shit way out
Definitely
of
didn't say it on The Last Dance.
He didn't have the platform he had now,
I think he
bro.
laughed
Come
about
on,
it on
be
The
for
Last
real.
Dance.
Be for real. Be for real. He had the platform he has now. He was a role player back then and in the fucking 90s. Now he's a main fixture in the NBA now. Go ahead.
So remove them,
That
right?
was in
And then let's talk
practice. That
about,
wasn't during the game. Y'all
talk
just
about
taking
all
shit
the
to
fans.
reaching. Y'all reaching, bro.
Steve Kerr was
How
a
we
nobody.
reaching?
Steve Kerr was a nobody in the 90s, bro.
How are we reaching?
His words ain't mean shit.
Because you talking
bad
about
boy
something that
Piston.
happened in practice that was not during the game on live
A
TV.
bad boy Piston suspended Draymond for being a bad boy.
Right, but again, it goes back to the era change, though. So you in the media have to placate to the media standards now. So it's disingenuous. Go ahead.
Hoop jargon. Let me ask you a question, brother.
All right.
Is hard fouling and unnecessary foul skills? Is that skill
No,
basketball?
hell no, absolutely not.
Okay, so
Was that a play?
agree that
Was that a
never
play
skilled.
on the ball? Did he have the ball in his hand?
Yeah, it kind of goes to if you playing on the ball or not, because it's
Come
kind
on,
of
bro. Y'all reaching, man.
So hold on.
There's a difference.
Hold on. So you telling me when Jordan had the ball in his hand and was driving to the hole and getting punched and power bombed and pedigreed and crippled across face, that was skill because he had the ball in his hand? It was okay?
No.
It
So
wasn't
I don't
okay,
think
bro.
so.
But there's a difference.
It's not a difference.
Twist words.
I don't think so personally.
Hold on, Lamont. Can you put him on the big screen? He needs to explain the difference. Can we?
It was not a play on the ball.
George, those weren't plays on the ball.
Huh?
A lot of those are not plays on the ball. That's you just literally trying to physically hurt the other
Show me the ones that you just showed in the clip that wasn't plays on the ball besides Hakeem slapping the guy in the face.
So Hakeem sneaking the nigga was a play on the ball?
I just said besides the one Hakeem stealing on the guy because you didn't show the play before
Jordan
that made him do it.
Shit. That was a play on the ball?
What you say?
Kobe got punched in his shit too. That was a play on the ball?
Because Kobe elbowed him in the neck. You didn't watch the game.
Okay, George,
that's what I'm
tell
saying.
me which one is a play on the ball, George. Tell me.
Huh?
Is that a play on the ball?
There. That's a play on the ball.
Is that a play on the ball?
That's a play on the ball.
That's not a play on the ball.
The ball is
what
you mean?
The ball's low.
He has the ball in his hand.
The ball was low. He went high.
That was extra.
Yeah, he has the ball in his hand, bro.
Oh, that's not a play on the ball. He hit him in the head.
That's a hard foul.
At least it's not the same player doing it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all
like
reaching.
Bro,
yeah, man.
Y'all reaching.
Bro,
he hit. That's a hard foul
Draymond
back in that
does this
day.
shit every Tuesday.
That's not a play on the ball.
I'm gonna be real.
Tuesday is crazy.
That's not a play on the ball.
Not. That right there is not because
that's not a play on the ball.
He just power bombed him.
That's not a play on the ball.
If the ball is head, it's a play on the ball.
Yeah, he just gotta have a ball. When you had a ball, you open to any type of punishment.
Hey, Lamar, it's cool. Shoot that nigga as long as he got the ball.
We ever on the court hoop jargon? I'm just gonna clothesline you when you come in for that layup. I'm gonna say, look, my bad. You had the ball.
That's a hard. That was considered a hard foul.
That's a play on the ball, right?
No. Well, I'm gonna say this though, Lamont. If I can,
was the malice at the palace a play on the ball?
Hold on, Cody. Why did he deserve that?
The malice in the palace was the malice in the palace was with the fans.
Did some crazy shit to him first, so
the malice in the palace was with the fans.
What did he do?
I forgot what it was, but hey, he did.
The malice in the palace was with the fans. So what idiot said that?
Nobody's saying Draymond's not wrong, by the way. Like niggas agreeing, like, bro, you tweaking up. Like, you gotta chill.
No, you tweaking because you said the malice in the palace.
No, I'm just pointing out that this is what you old heads tell us, that back in the day, this was rough and tough in the Pirates, Triple H. And now
this is what made him great.
Don't bring up Triple H.
And and now you are the same people that are, he gotta go. You need to leave. Like,
I didn't say that. I didn't. You didn't hear me say nothing like that.
If y'all go on YouTube, there's a whole compilation of just Draymond and his dirty plays.
Right.
I know that. Hold on,
bro. You didn't hear me say nothing about Draymond.
You can literally make a compilation of dirty plays with these same guys.
I just said Lamont is bringing up them tapes and them films. I'm not denying that at all. Saying it's the same.
With Jordan, we can make a compilation of dirty plays with Jordan.
I don't know about that.
Yes, we could.
Look, they got highlight plays of him in practice punching on him. So it's like,
there's no video of him punching Steve.
Listen, brother. We just need to listen. I think we all should agree that we're glad the league is going back to when the league was at its peak defense. I think this is good for basketball, and it's competitive. I think we need to go back to this. Niggas need to get
What
punished.
Draymond did
Yeah,
has
but
nothing to do with
Draymond Green is
defense.
just throwing free punches.
Niggas need to get DDT'd again,
And
B.
none of these plays had nothing to do with defense either, George.
I mean, because
Come
run
on,
off test
Lamont.
too.
You
in
on-
the modern
What
era.
makes these guys
You really on
soft
some
is
bull,
like,
bro.
after he punches them, they don't get
Hold
back
on.
up.
Hold on, George. As a guy that's played a lot of basketball,
Yes,
it's
sir.
not very hard to make a play on the ball and stop a guy from going up with the shot. And you don't have to cobble him or go through his head or his brain to do it. Right? There's a lot of ways to do it without killing the guy.
Agreed.
And the reason why you don't want to kill a guy is because when it's your turn to drive and they trying to stop you, you don't want them to kill you.
Absolutely.
They got the Bulls did the Pistons the same way. There's no back and forth. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
But does it mean and George, does it mean that all of those guys need help?
I didn't say nothing about that. See, that's what I'm saying.
My whole point is that
you're trying to push that narrative. I didn't.
I'm not pushing the narrative. What I'm saying is, I don't like the fact. I understand Draymond Green was wrong. I don't like the fact that people are trying to add the extra layer.
It's like it's new, like it's some new shit.
Draymond Green, if I'm his homie, you fucked up, bro. That was stupid as hell.
He's always doing this.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to put no extra sauce on it. Talking about you need.
Did I tell you why they're doing that, Lamont?
Is tired of this guy. I know about that.
Didn't I tell you why they were doing that, Lamont?
I know why they're doing it. I know why they're coming down with that.
But we
Because
not
he has a
talking
track
about them. We talking about y'all though. The niggas that told us this was the greatest shit in the back in the day.
It's still the greatest shit, bro. We don't know what you're talking about.
Why you crying about it? Let that man pedigree nigga.
You're not listening to what I was telling them why they are doing it. He's mad because what they're saying about it, and I'm telling them why they're saying it that way. They did the same shit to Kyrie, but in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
They have to keep their endorsements.
That's a given.
They have to keep their sponsors. They got to come out with this. They got to do it.
Yeah, but they didn't. I didn't see anybody putting mental health on Josh Giddey and shit. Like nobody.
They put it on Kyrie, and Kyrie didn't do nothing but put something on this motherfucker.
Josh Giddey's a whole predator.
That's a different situation, though.
Yeah, that's way different, bro. Those things are not congruent. Those things are not congruent, bro.
Yeah, George, that's completely different.
Nobody did the Karl Malone, right? Come on now. Those things are not congruent. We talking about something civil,
right?
We talking about civil persons, just decorum on the court, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
But it all ties back to the same thing. You're talking about a person's mental state, right? So, what is your mental state to attack somebody? What is
did Karl Malone get attacked like Giddey? Did Karl Malone get attacked?
No.
Did Karl Malone get attacked?
Karl Malone got protected by the league, just like
Come on now, like so. Let's be for real.
He definitely got protected. He's still protected to this day.
So what's your point?
Right, you ain't talking about nothing.
Telling us, the point is that the league that has been so quiet on one situation where if y'all gonna be questioning a nigga mental state, I think fucking with an underage allegedly is something that you should probably question.
Yeah, but
that is
you said the caveat allegedly, but based on something we see in real live action.
I just told you.
The girl said I just fucked Josh Giddey.
But okay, so the nuance goes further. Did he know what she was and all this shit?
Gotta go.
It's more nuance to it. Whereas when you choke somebody and you hold their head, you can see it right there. There's no deduction from that, right?
Maybe he didn't know that.
That's a legal issue, bro.
Maybe he didn't know Nurkic was behind him. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I just
but back to my point, bro. You have a whole dossier of you acting like how you act, and I'm a Draymond fan. fan, but it is what it is, bro.
And Draymond has to understand that even if he needs to know that even his next incident, whether it was accidental or not, he was going to get suspended just because of his track record. That's why I said he just needed to be smarter as a player, knowing that it's just like when you get one tech in a game and you the starter.
Absolutely,
you can't get into nothing.
Absolutely,
you can't because you know that one more tech, no matter how petty it is, what you want to call it, you go.
They're looking for you.
So that's why the
Draymond Green look, I'm not tripping on the punishment. The punishment to me is fine. His track record justifies the punishment.
It's the muddy in his name afterwards.
It's the muddy in his name trying to say that the man needs help that I don't like. It's just because we've seen this in the past. Nobody said Bill Laimbeer or any of these guys of the past needed help. We just called it what it was. Just cheap shots, just physical play. And look, this is just a suspension for whatever you did. And the suspension just happens to be a little bit harsher in today's game. But don't put all the extra sauce on it.
But that wasn't the era back then, though. It wasn't about mental health. It wasn't about like guys being.
I agree.
Nah,
yeah, that's not the era though. So we got to level set the conversation properly, bro.
Man, this is crazy, man.
This is the ultimate era of like, again, mental health era and guys getting compensation for not getting the proper follow up and yada yada yada.
Do you agree?
That wasn't the case back then.
Wait, hold on. Do we agree that looking back that the league wasn't skilled?
Let's take for example.
That's a whole nother discussion. You know what I'm saying?
We can look at John Morant. John Morant didn't do nothing. He didn't break no law. He didn't do nothing.
John Morant lives in Memphis, where a lot of black men lose their life off of black on black violence, bro.
But he didn't break no law. He didn't do nothing. That's a horrible look. That's a horrible look for a main fixture, American-born player who wants to be ahead of your league. Right? Stop and listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said. It's a horrible look.
Yes.
So Draymond and what he's doing is what?
A horrible look.
Yes, I agree, George.
So a horrible look is you having the right to have a firearm. That's a horrible look.
No, it's not having the right to have a firearm when you recklessly having that shit out like that.
What they're doing and why they're doing to Draymond.
Huh?
This is sick.
No. Okay, so listen. Hold on 1 second.
Let's stay on topic though. Let's not go to John Morant.
Can I say this real quick?
Let's not go to John Morant, y'all. I'm not trying to go down that road. That's a different.
All right, fair enough.
Let's just because like I say, some people like George, y'all trying to expand this out to so many different things to try to avoid taking responsibility for some of the things that you say. So, George, are you willing to take responsibility as one of the people that call this era soft? Right, is one of the people that applaud the physicality in the fights of the 80s and 90s. Are you willing to take responsibility for what Draymond Green did because you're one of the people that applaud those hard fouls in the fights of the old eras?
I'm considering what Draymond Green did is not the same thing as what they did.
Are you willing to take your own personal responsibility for being one of the fans that propagate and push that old style of play as the style of play that made that era better than what we see today? You propagate it, you push it, you say that era was better. Are you willing to also take on some responsibility for Draymond Green's actions because you promote that?
I cannot take no responsibilities for Draymond Green's actions because it's not the same. No,
but you antagonized him. You made him. No, I did not. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna drop me a nigga tomorrow."
Ain't that something? Wait, you better make sure it's the right one.
With Draymond Green, it's every other.
If this was a Rico, George, you be in that Rico.
No, I will not be in that Rico. You can be charged with
what your mans do.
Crazy.
You be in that Rico, George.
No, I will not because it's not the same.
Yes, it is. Conspiracy.
No, it's not.
This man punched Jordan Poole, bro. It's just.
So
that's not the same.
But the problem with that, Pootie, is that y'all don't care about people getting punched in practice because Akeem Olajuwon slapped Vernon Maxwell in the locker room. You didn't care. Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the locker room. You didn't care. And all types of other fights that we can talk about, just like the ones Anthony Mason used to tell me about when him and Patrick Ewing in the locker room. Y'all didn't care. So why are you acting like Jordan Poole getting punched by Draymond Green is such a big deal when you didn't care about none of the other locker room or behind the scene fights with the players?
I'm bringing up his actions on the court.
No, I'm just saying to Pootie, this is for Pootie. If you didn't care about all of the other behind the scenes locker room fights from the 80s and 90s, why do you pretend to care about Draymond punching Jordan Poole now?
Because to me, it felt like Draymond was actually bullying Green. I mean,
it don't matter. I feel like Jordan was bullying Steve Kerr.
Different. Kerr actually punched him
because he was.
He was bullying him, though. Well, was he bullying him or no? Pootie.
Yes, he was bullying him. Yes, he was.
Just like he bullied that GM.
Do nothing to
Jordan. So, Pootie, if you're against bullying, why ain't you willing to call Jordan out for bullying?
He bullied the GM.
Because Jordan was trying to prove a point about fouls. It was
Jordan was bullying him, bro.
Look at this. Jordan's the bully, bro. In the last dance. It was documented in the last dance.
Hey, stop it.
No, that's a foul.
Jordan bullied him, bro.
You do a woman that defends you the way a Jordan fan defends Jordan's bullshit.
That was crazy.
And the way you defend LeBron.
Y'all hear it, y'all. See, y'all hear it. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Hold on.
Do y'all know how locker rooms work, bro? It's always a bully in the locker room, bro. Like, this is how it goes, man.
But does it make this shit right, though?
No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying
I'm not saying what Jordan did was right.
No, he's a bully. Jordan's a bully. He also bullied this other cat who
We know he didn't bully
a young
Bird.
guy who came in. Is it Cliff Livingston? So somebody that came to the Chicago Bulls. He bullied the fuck out of
Justin
the
Dixon, right? He could be a
that
bully
mean
if he's winning.
A whole liability, right?
Listen, man, I fucks with Jordan. Don't get twisted in the chat. But like, if we gonna call a spade, we gonna call a spade a spade. I don't have favoritism just because I like a person per se. He's a fucking bully.
Bro.
Like Kobe. Kobe
for real, though.
Kobe, my favorite player of all time. He's a weirdo. He's a fucking weirdo.
Weirdo how? Explain that.
Oh, because he was very bad at social interactions. He was big on him doing his own thing and not
because he
with
was
people.
focused on the game mentally.
Right.
Okay,
yeah. So it's called being aloof. When you're aloof, you're so focused on you're so hyper focused on your own thing that you alienate yourself from your peers. So, but that's just who he was.
He was arrogant at first.
I don't care.
Right, he's very arrogant, which is fine, but it is what it is.
It comes with its pros and cons for sure.
Right,
but
as long as we winning, I could care less.
And luckily for Kobe, so when we saw with Kobe, it didn't work when you didn't have like the mastermind and Phil Jackson around. But when you, as long as you have Phil Jackson there to kind of be the mitigator, all of that.
Right.
He was the guy that was able to bridge that gap between Kobe and the rest of the team, and the teams could still work. So if you got somebody that can mitigate it, yes, it works. But if you don't, you see how it goes in the garbage can, like we saw with the Kwame Brown years and some of the other years when D'Antoni was there.
That's my favorite player of all time. But I mean, I'm gonna call it spade.
Players and coaches could be a mediator between.
No, not anybody can mitigate those situations. Not anybody.
Oh, okay. So who's the mitigator in Golden State?
The mitigator in Golden State has been guys like Steph, guys like Andre Iguodala, guys like Andre Iguodala in that locker room. And so what have we seen though? When a lot of those mitigators, like even the assistant coach that moved on to the Sacramento Kings, when you see some of those mitigators start to leave,
the dynamic changes,
starts to break down.
Exactly. I'm not saying anybody can mitigate. I'm saying,
I think that's why the Jordan Poole
as long as you have a mitigate, like it could be a coach, it could be a veteran in the locker room.
Can't be anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be cut from that cloth to be like that. You got to be respected. Ain't nobody you can't be a mediator and you weak minded. You know what I'm saying? You got to be cut from that cloth.
No, it just has to balance out. Because I'll give you an example, a real example. Man, I'll drop a name. Darnell Hughes, SWAC Player of the Year. He was a year younger than me, but once I came back from overseas, I went back to my alma mater, Prairie View, to coach. He was 24, I was 25, right? This dude was, like, I was telling him all the time, like, God damn it, you lucky motherfucker. You my age, basically, and you still playing college basketball. I was the bridge between him and the head coaches because the head coaches thought this dude would cuss them dudes out, would talk to them any kind of way. But to me, he wouldn't say nothing sideways to me to this day. Right? So I'm not because I'm this great coach. It's not because I'm this great magnanimous figure, but I'm the dude who came back playing overseas. I'm a guy who he respects, my athletic talents, and he will listen to me, even though I'm the lowest paid coach on the totem pole, right? Mm-hmm. So those things you gotta, kind of take into impact because it's a whole bunch of nuance when you talk about the player dynamics and all that. And that's why I'm kind of alluding to what I'm saying with Kobe. He was off-putting to a lot of people, but to the right kind of person, i.e. Paul Gasol, he could speak Spanish to him. Kobe was trilingual, right? It was a good mix with him. But when guys like Smush Parker and Kwame Brown and Slava Medvediko, he had nothing in common with them dudes, man. So right. So it's a lot to kind of unpack with the whole dynamics and shit like that.
Lamont, this whole Draymond Green thing, like I said, and I don't sway from it. The league is soft. They don't play the physical style defense of the 80s and 90s. If Draymond Green wasn't
how does
on
physicality make you soft? How does the game not being physical make you
there's
soft?
nothing I don't have nothing wrong. I don't have nothing wrong with what Draymond Green did.
No, I'm just going back to your statement. If you say
rules made it softer.
And what physicality are you talking about was removed from the game? Because the game as I know it is still physical.
Centers camping in the paint.
No,
That has nothing to do with
hold on.
physicality.
The clips that you just played.
Okay, so
All
how
those
is
clips,
that physicality?
So hold on. The clips that you played in the 80s and 90s with the Bulls and the Knicks and everything that was going
Was that
on, you don't
necessary?
think that was a physicality in a mental state that you had to
hoop
be in
jargon.
to
Let me
play
ask you
that
a
way?
question, hoop jargon.
What's up?
What do you consider physicality? Right?
I'm
I'm gonna give you
go
a
ahead,
scenario.
go ahead.
Let me give you a quick scenario.
Go ahead.
And I know you play team like this. What if your team was playing my team? Every time one of your guys cut through the lane, I got people every time he cuts through that lane, boy, they gonna chuck him. They gonna hit him. They gonna move him. They gonna get in front of him. They gonna hold him up. Would you consider that physicality, just that one aspect? Or if I told my team, oh, every time you go up for a layup, we gonna hard knock you out the air and send you to the free throw line. Which one?
Okay, I see where you're going with this. Yes, so I would say part one is more physical within the confines of the game, and not only that, are you gonna box out every time? Are you gonna chest up, man up every time with that person? Or are you going to
50-50 balls?
Yeah, 50-50 balls. Are you willing to give your body up?
Taking charges, yeah.
Not taking cheap shots. So no, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
That's not a cheap shot. What are you doing?
I didn't even tell you what a cheap shot was. What do you mean?
He just said the second part. Y'all basically saying the second part is the cheap shot. If he goes through the hole and we knock him down, if you can't foul,
that's not
physicality.
Okay.
I want you to do that the entire game.
Hold on, Lamar. I got you, Lamar.
No,
I got you.
If you do that the entire game, I'm shooting free throws all day.
Lamar, I got you.
You're not. Hold on. The point is intimidation. You're not going to be going.
It don't intimidate nobody. That's
bro. I got a real question to ask.
Hold on, Lamar. In the 80s and 90s, you wasn't shooting free throws.
Hold on.
What's the highest level of basketball you played?
2K.
Kindergarten. Yeah.
Okay. So in varsity and above levels, bro, that shit is frowned upon. Just going out there and hacking somebody, bro. That is frowned upon. And in fact, there are practices when you play, the collegiate level and above, where it's all defense. It's all principle driven. It's all situational awareness. It's not just take a motherfucker out the air because he gonna dunk on you. That's not how it goes, bro. It's about being fundamentally sound and tactical with the shit, bro. So the fact you said that's why I asked that question. No disrespect.
Hooping Lamar, let me ask y'all.
Do you believe in intimidation in the game?
No, that don't work.
What you talking about? It don't work,
but not like that though.
But
because I know if you do that shit, you're gonna get ejected. So it doesn't.
Hold on,
in today's game, yes.
MacDef, I'm gonna tell you like this, Mac. I don't care what era basketball I'm playing in. If you guarding me, and let's say I'm the best driver to the rim, if I know every time I drive in, y'all gonna foul me and I'm going to the free throw line, I'm about to rack up about 40 points on y'all.
That's not true. That's not true.
Stupid.
That's not true.
That's
not
stupid.
You gonna foul out?
I'm gonna love it. You know what I'm gonna go in the huddle and say who? I'm gonna say
jargon.
These stupid motherfuckers fouling every time we go to the rim.
You gotta get hurt eventually, Lamar.
Who would have been? Who would have?
They gotta crack like one of your ribs
jargon
eventually.
Yeah, what's up?
Jargon, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What year did you play college basketball?
I can tell you what intimidation means, but that ain't it.
From 02 to 07.
Now let me ask you a question. What's the difference between your conference and the Big Ten conference?
Talent. I played in the South End Conference. I played in SWAC.
Okay. It's not the I'm trying to say the word. The
physicality.
Yeah, because when you play against, I played against probably about a good 16 NBA players in my life. So you understand that there's separation of talent, but the principles stay the same. And I say that because, man, I routinely talk to my friends who are college coaches still to this day. And it's the same conversation piece, even though they started at the SWAC level like me, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not like I have this uneducated, point of view with this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I always try to update my information so I'm not talking out my ass, if that makes sense, right?
Right.
No, it's not that. It's always principle. So when you say that you come out there just to to hurt somebody and go out there and just
No,
just
we're
be a
not saying
hatchet
come up
guy.
here and hurt nobody. What I'm trying to say is, if you came up from your school and played at Michigan, you wouldn't think that Michigan would get away with a little bit more playing physical than what you guys are used to playing?
No, against equal talent, no. Maybe against playing against a lower conference, maybe. But playing against equal talent, absolutely not.
Hey, Hoop and Lamont, let me ask
you
y'all
what
coaches.
intimidation is.
Oh,
Do y'all
drive
teach that
in?
though?
If you drive to the rim
man.
and Hoop standing at that rim, he send your shot into the bleachers, you fall down, and he stand over top of you staring at you. That's how you intimidate another team.
Right.
You don't intimidate another team by when you go up, let me foul him and send him
Let
to
me
the
throw
free
this
throw
nigga
line.
into the crowd.
You ain't never intimidated nobody by giving them 2 free points,
You
bro.
helping our game strategy out.
That wouldn't intimidate me.
But Lamont, do
Okay,
y'all
so
coach
why
that?
did the
I'm
bad boy
calling
Like when
cap
Scottie
on
Pippen
all
dunked
that,
on
bro.
Ewing and walked over top
I'm
of him,
calling
that's
cap on all
intimidation.
that.
He lost the series. He lost that
Don't
series.
matter, but I'm saying
Right, what
that's
are we talking
intimidation.
about?
I'm calling cap
The
on all
intimidation
that.
way y'all know it.
Yeah.
Fouling somebody is not intimidating.
You're
to me.
being a
That's-
So the
fucking
bad boy
liar.
Pistons
Nobody
weren't
is playing
intimidating.
We still
physical
The
won
Boston
that series.
Celtics
basketball.
wasn't
The
Again,
intimidating.
bad boy
not
Pistons
fouling
were
nobody.
intimidating because they actually played real defense. And the only thing the media shows y'all is the fouls, and they trick you into believing they fouled everybody when they actually had defensive principles.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
understand the game,
Absolutely.
Lamont,
No,
but
you don't.
as far as the
You
bad boy
can
Pistons,
saying
the
shit like
Celtics
that.
in the 80s, the Knicks in the 90s,
The Knicks in the 90s were one of the best defensive teams.
All legitimate defensive teams.
Hey, you know
Legitimate
what?
defense, not fouling.
You know what's
Physical
how you
defense
was going
isn't fouling.
defense team.
Physical
You keep
defenders
saying
don't foul.
fouling,
Physical
and
defenders like the Derek Harpers and like those guys, they defend without fouling. They can stay in front of you. When you cut through the lane, they're going to hold you up on cutters. They're going to chuck cutters coming through the lane. They always going to be there. The help is all. The rotation is going to be there.
And
It's
Lamont,
not hard fouling.
And Lamont, to your point,
Are
who
you
the
saying
fuck-
the bad boy
who the
Pistons
fuck makes
didn't do hard?
videos about niggas chipping cutters?
Thank
Niggas
you.
just stand in front of
Pistons
their man.
did foul,
Nobody.
but
Nobody
Pistons
makes
hell
videos
defense.
about that shit.
Bro.
Hey,
Thank
Hoop. Hey, Hoop Jargon.
Yeah, what's
You
up?
in the champion. You in the championship, right? You coaching your team, right?
All right.
And the game is tied up. And one of your players does an Andrew Bynum elbow to a player.
Oh
It
my
costs you the
God.
championship. Like, are you going to champion that person? Like, or is he off your team?
Am I a champion? What do you mean by that?
Are you going to celebrate that person like for that hard foul? Like, are you going to? Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Fuck
way to
no.
intimidate him.
No, that means
What we talking
you're
about?
undisciplined. And I'll give you a real life example. When he did
Intimidation is
that
when
whole shit,
DeAndre
we
Jordan
lost by 40
dunked on
to
Brandon
Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was like incredibly professional of him when he did that bullshit when we lost by 40 to the Mavericks in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm consistent with my takes, man. Like, and I'm a Laker fan to the core.
And
Like,
And you know what?
So
Why
you're
did he do
saying
that?
you're saying there's
He did
no
that because
room in basketball
they
for hard
broke it
fouls
with-
like that.
They broke.
well,
BJ
okay.
asked-
Okay, so I like where you're going with this. Is there sometimes where you need to break monotony and you break protocol? Yes, that shit does happen.
That is-
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's like we're playing so bad, just go out there and do some wild shit. But if that's your fucking bedrock of what you do, you're a losing program.
No, nobody's
You're
saying
losing
that,
program.
bro.
Huh?
Nobody. That's Lamont saying that.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yes, you
No,
is. You
I'm
keep
just saying, like, can you
fouls.
break
All I know
protocol
is
sometimes?
No,
Absolutely. Yeah.
See, no,
Draymond's
sir.
full
Hold on. You know, and I'm
Lamont-
gonna give you an example because
Lamont keeps
on my
saying
team, we do it,
fouls, and we saying
right?
playing physical
So when
basketball.
the team hoop jargon, like we play some teams where they like to pick up full court and they just start being pesky, physical. In certain games, the refs allow them, the defenders to be more physical. So you know what I tell them to do? I say, you know what? We come out this timeout. That first screen, you just need to lay this guy out. That first screen,
Blow it
you
up.
need to leave him out.
Blow it up. Yep.
But you know what, though? But again, like you said, I'm not about to make it my staple point every screen. We just knock the guy to the floor.
Right.
I might do it to send a message one time here or there.
Right.
It's not my staple. And it might be something that only happens once or twice in a season.
Right.
It really don't happen a lot. These incidents where you do call for it, like who Jargon just mentioned, it really don't happen a ton. Maybe once or twice in a season. Not like 5 times every game like y'all trying to do.
That's not what I'm saying. I said they influenced intimidation. If the media puts that out,
Bro, y'all don't know what intimidation is in basketball. That's not how you intimidate.
Bro, the bad boy, I agree. The bad boy Pistons is one of the greatest defensive teams of all times. But they're known for whooping Michael Jordan. They known for putting people on their ass. They didn't do that every game. I agree, but that's
the media told you they know for.
You said what?
That's the difference. That's the difference.
The media tells you they known for fouling Michael Jordan. When you watch the film, they known for clamping Michael Jordan up.
They known for playing physical basketball. Stop saying fouls, Lamont.
Good defense is always physical.
I know that.
But y'all are trying to say throwing players to the ground.
That means the good defensive teams, when the Warriors were good defensively, that was a physical defense. When the Spurs were a good defensive team, that was a physical defense. When the Pistons of the 2000s they were physical. Any defense that's good is physical.
Correct.
I'll give you an example, Lamont. I'm going to give you an example. Your boy Dylan Brooks. He's physical, not just because his antics, because he fights over screens every time.
We all know it was different.
He fights over screens.
The flagrant foul is different.
And dudes these days, hold on, let me get my thought out real quick. People don't like to fight over screens because it's hard, it's physical, like it's better just to switch. And that's what the NBA has deduced down to. That's why I just don't like the current era of me personally. But dudes like Dylan Brooks still are holding it down where they fight over screens most times than not. And that is physicality. It's not just doing some wild shit like Ron Artest and elbowing Harden in the face when he did, he played for the Thunder and all that shit. That's more or less what physicality is when you give your body up to stay principled.
Yeah, but Dylan Brooks ain't on no Ron Artest defensive level like that.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that he's the last of the last frontier, though. I'm not even saying he's the same as Ron Artest. What I am saying is he's doing something these dudes now don't do.
You saying the effort?
As an 80s and 90s fan, I see the importance and genius of Draymond Green. Steph Curry, I think is all-time great, but trust me, they call him the babyface assassin, but he holds a bloody knife behind his back smiling at you because he has Draymond Green. He has Draymond Green and he can tell Draymond Green to do anything, just like Isaiah Thomas in the 80s. He was called the babyface assassin as well, but he knew he was the ringleader of the bad boy Pistons.
Didn't have Steph in 2020. He looked like ass. He looked like ass.
No. But did he see the genius in 2016 when he got suspended in the finals? Did you see
the 2020. No. 2020 when he had no babyface assassin, he looked like ass playing by himself.
Draymond Green.
And I'm a Draymond fan.
Draymond Green, stupid shit got him suspended in the finals. And y'all say him getting suspended cost the Warriors the finals.
Yeah, it did. I agree. It fucked the team dynamic up when you're at your highest level.
Did you see the genius then?
Draymond Green made
but did you see the genius in the Celtics series?
But you
after game one, how he got up in everybody's face and he managed to get Grant Williams.
You fucked the team dynamic up, bro.
Anybody?
No. It don't matter. He brung a certain physicality, bro. He brung a certain physicality and a different demeanor to the series.
Like it's not physical.
But if you took away Steph instead of him, they lose by 30.
Yeah.
But you're not going to take.
You're making our case because what you're saying is when Draymond Green plays smart and stays on the court, he's a physical defender. When he gets ejected, he compromises his team. So when you do
but it's the thinnest of lines when you're dealing with Draymond Green. I'm not finna say Draymond Green, you're doing great because you're bringing a different dynamic to the game by talking trash and being physical, and then all of a sudden he swing on somebody and get knocked out, and then I'm going to be mad and turn his back on him and say, "Oh, you need help. Oh, you're a dirty player." I'm not going to do that.
It's not all of a sudden. It's a whole dossier of things, though, bro.
Yeah,
it's not just one thing because nobody.
So do you think Draymond Green is a dirty player? Draymond Green's a dirty player.
He used to know that he don't have.
It depends how you want to look at it, but nobody came to this conclusion just overnight. This is over with the body of a 12-year career.
Draymond Green is not a dirty player.
Hey, that was Draymond Green's first flagrant foul of the year or first ejection of the year. He don't get suspended. The problem is he has a crazy track record, and I love Draymond Green, but I even have to accept the reality of it. Like you cannot when you have a track record, you have to play. You have you have to play more on edge. Anything you can do, whether it's intentional or not, is going to be perceived a certain way. Just like what I said, when you walking around with one tech and you the star player, you can't get into no dust ups with anybody.
Absolutely,
I don't care whose fault it is. So
absolutely,
that's called being smart on the court. That's where your IQ plays in, and he made a dumb decision against the Suns. He cost himself and his team.
So was kicking Steven Adams in the nuts like that? That wasn't a dirty play.
Like what? Bro, what are we talking about? Draymond Green is not
everything.
That's a dirty play, but it's not
a whole career worth of questionable shit.
All of these plays, Draymond Green, that these are not physical plays. Those are dirty plays. Just like the punches of the 80s and 90s, when you get sucker punched and knocked out the air, those are dirty plays. Those aren't physical plays. Y'all want to label it as physical for the 80s and 90s?
That's crazy.
It's all dirty plays are dirty plays.
I wouldn't call him a dirty player.
Fouls.
Bro,
I mean, who is a dirty player? If Draymond not there, who is?
Some hard fouls can be
That's
dirty.
a good question. Who's a dirty player?
Who is a dirty player in your opinion?
Bill Laimbeer was a dirty player.
No,
he was
current shit.
Current, I don't think nobody's dirty now.
Right. Because the plane is just so vast.
Hey, what's his name? Allen, the white boy that be tripping niggas and shit.
Grayson Allen is a dirty player.
He's a dirty player. Not gonna lie, he's dirty.
Grayson Allen is a dirty player, and Draymond Green.
And he's had that stigma since college.
Absolutely, he earned it. He earned his reputation, just like Draymond.
Those are the main two so far.
Look, and I guarantee you right now, because of Grayson Allen's history, that man come out in his next game and trip somebody, he gonna be looking at the same type of stuff
because he deserves it.
Because he has a track record.
I doubt it.
They Chris Paul.
Grayson Allen tripped somebody, he's suspended like a motherfucker.
Right, he deserves it because he's earned his reputation.
Yeah.
Point is, Draymond Green's the dirtiest player of all time.
I don't care how you.
I don't know about all time, but as of right now,
about all time.
Whoa.
As of right now,
Bill Laimbeer had the title. Bill Laimbeer had the original title, but it goes to Draymond Green.
He's a dirty player. I'm with you all the way on that.
He got to explain that shit though, like the dirty all time.
I originally thought it was Bill Laimbeer, but nah, it's Draymond.
Why?
I don't think it's Draymond.
It's debatable, but I don't know about that.
He's done this 300 plus times.
300.
That's an exaggeration.
Listen, I know I'm over exaggerating a bit, but it feels like that. It feels.
That's the definition of hyperbole, bro.
Yeah,
there are whole compilations, and I'm sure he's bound to do more.
Say he's overly aggressive, bro.
They made a whole WWE mixtape about Draymond, so.
Hey,
but they in the chat saying Chris Paul is dirty. Y'all agree?
He got some dirty shit to him.
Yeah, he did. Like the play he did the other night was dirty.
Pat Bev got some dirty shit to him.
Pat Bev can be dirty at times.
Right.
But
West Side.
That is not. What is that's dirty? Like, what are we talking
Let
about?
this nigga tell. I think bro gonna have to see somebody get shot on the court for him.
Right.
Nigga gotta die. Like we gotta have a funeral.
Dirty play.
Like, it won't dirty because he should have.
Hold on, but make that, there's certain plays that if you hoop, you know that shit ain't basketball. It's just not missed. So when you see Chris Paul with certain things or Grayson Allen, and that should be dirty, man. Even Pat Beverly, that shit, like some of this shit, like if hoopers know, like that's why motherfuckers, as soon as you do something dirty, motherfuckers be ready to fight because there's a difference.
Basketball players. So if you're like let's say you're driving past me, right, and you know how people go for the back pick behind them. What if I just take the hack?
I don't get that.
Wait a minute, Lamont. You brought up what
no, I try to steal the ball. Like you drive past me and I'm trying to steal the ball and pick you from the
back tap.
Like a steal. Yeah,
okay,
like a
back tap.
Okay.
So but what if I just straight hack you and hit your whole arm and shit and make you fall? That you are saying that's a dirty play?
Yes.
That is.
It's not basketball, bro.
Lamont.
You brought up, bro.
When you go through people,
that's crazy. It's a dirty play. He beat me off the dribble.
Hold on, it's like this. Hold on, MacDef. It's like this. If I break you off, I hit you with a nasty crossover. I'm about to go to the rim and score. You grab me by my jersey, stop me from scoring. It's dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty. It's dirty.
Like
that's a foul.
No, that's a dirty play. It's a foul, but it's dirty.
He grabbed you by your jersey.
It's a foul and it's a dirty play.
He grabbed you by your jersey. That's a foul.
Dirty to me is getting a guy injured. Like not injured. Like he's out he's out for some time.
That's a dirty play. What happened to Steve Nash? That was dirty.
The attempt is dirty.
Back down.
If he injures you or something like that, that's dirty.
No, bro, you don't have to
So
get
hold
injured.
on. So Mac Def. So if you go up for a dunk and nigga push you in your back and you end up not getting hurt, but that's like the most vulnerable thing you are as a basketball player. It's
Yeah, I
dirty.
understand. Yeah, that's dirty.
That's dirty.
That
be
part
some
is
bitch
dirty.
shit, not
And
gonna
me and
lie.
Hoop can both
Dirty,
testify.
bro.
That's what causes the most fights on street basketball courts. The push in the goddamn
I
back
should
on
know.
layups and
Right.
Yeah.
I
That's
get
what
that.
causes-
I get that. I get that. There's
You
a
said
certain
getting hurt
code.
make
Like
it
if
dirty,
you
though.
if
That's
you
not
jump
dirty.
if you jump in the air and I undercut you, that's dirty. Like you
But you
could
said
have
getting hurt,
broke
though.
your leg.
I
Yeah, but
wish
some-
I
but some
would.
undercuts
are
I know.
unintentional. Sometimes not all undercuts are dirty. Sometimes, like you know when you got that hack running wild on the court, running up under you when you about to go for a dunk, and you know he can't get it. Like
Yeah.
it's a difference. Not all undercuts are dirty. You know, so
That pump fake undercut. Now what
that's
about
not
that?
dirty. That's
Right.
not dirty
Right.
because he's just going for a natural block. You got him in the air. You go into his legs. Like it is what it is. On no, like so it's a difference.
Yeah,
between
it's unintentional. It's different. But when you know somebody when they intentionally do some shit to kind of stymie you, it's dirty.
Yeah, like,
bro.
yeah, who-
it's not bad.
Bruce Bowen was
I can tell
dirty.
you a
I
dirty
think he
move.
was a dirty player.
Check this out, Hoop. Because look, I wasn't a strong leaper, right? Going to the basket, but I'm tired of getting my shit blocked in high school. So I came over the summer. I had this little trick. Motherfuckers wasn't blocking my shot when I did this trick, and I could get away with it. I got a hella M1s too. But when I went up, so I'm left-handed. When I go with that left-hand drive, right, I'm bringing my left knee up. So when I drive, my knee hitting whoever jumped dead in the stomach.
That's dirty.
It's dirty, yes.
That's dirty.
That ain't
But
dirty,
you know
bro.
what-
That's
you know what
a
happens?
skill.
That's dirty.
It is.
That's dirty.
Hold on. But you know what happens
dirty.
though?
That's dirty.
That's
But you know what happens? The ref, because the game's so fast, the ref only see the guy folding over, hands flailing on top of me, and they always call the foul on them. But I knew it was a. See, the thing is, I knew it was a dirty play. I knew it was just me trying to get an advantage, but it's still
The
dirty.
second time, I would have pushed your D and flipped you.
Or you tell the referee, hey man, watch his knee. When
Watch
he go
his
up.
knee.
Yeah, but
That's how it
I don't
go,
think
bro.
that's dirty. That's just gaining an advantage.
No, bro, that's dirty.
That's dirty,
Bro.
bro.
You going for a
Bro,
dunk
that's
and
a
you throw
dirty
your
play,
elbow out,
man. I was kneeing the shit out of people, bro.
bro. You throw your elbow out. We trying to dunk on somebody. I dunked on many of niggas in my life.
Nah,
That's dirty,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
hell,
I'm sorry, but when they say
Yeah.
bring back,
What about,
y'all bad.
Reggie's leg kick?
This is not.
Yeah,
I
how they
see it
do
as an
dirty.
advantage. I think it's
That's
an
dirty.
advantage.
This is not.
What
what
about
I don't think it's
Reggie's
dirty,
leg?
Lamont. I think that's a skill. You got an advantage. Kudos to
No.
you, bro.
Like James
That
Harden.
is not
You
dirty.
remember niggas couldn't guard James Harden properly? Like remember Josh Hart putting his hands behind his back to guard this nigga because that nigga do that lame shit, kicking his legs out. That's some dirty shit, bro.
Nah, he was
Yeah,
like,
Reggie
Bro,
Miller was
Reggie
dirty
Miller.
for kicking his. Reggie
Yeah.
Miller was
That's how
dirty
he
for
got
kicking
most
his
of
legs
his
out.
points.
Yes,
oh,
yes,
That's how
dirty.
Draymond was getting most of his damn points.
It's
I mean,
unnecessary
James
bro, that
Harden.
is not
bro.
I mean James Harden. My fault.
who?
Bro, it is what it is, bro. Like,
Like,
Y'all
That means-
funny as hell. I just want to see y'all perspective on dirty plays, man. I don't think it's dirty.
Bruce Bowen. Bruce
You
Bowen.
can't even
started
be
off-
Bowen
physical
dirty.
with James Harden.
Bruce
It's a
Bowen
foul
is
every
dirty.
time.
I agree with that.
I don't know. That bald headed patriotic book there about shit. Let me stop.
Jalen
Bruce Bowen was
Rose.
dirty.
Jalen Rose did a
Yeah.
dirty play on Kobe. He even admits it.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
was
why
dirty.
that's why Kobe did him the way he did him. 81 right there.
That's dirty. Bill Laimbeer made a living off of that. Yeah, that was dirty.
bro, dirty shit is dirty.
Dennis
Bill
Rodman's
Cartwright.
dirty. Yeah, Dennis Rodman does a lot of dirty stuff, but I don't. It's just a thin line. I wouldn't
Bill
call
Cartwright. Bill
I
Cartwright with
wouldn't
them
call Draymond
elbows.
Green dirty.
And you know what I hated too, who was the people that when you defending them, these motherfuckers will use their offhand and grab your arm
Oh yeah,
and then go up while holding your arm, making the shit look like. I hated that shit, bro.
yeah.
I was
These
professional.
motherfuckers will literally
Nah, that's
grab
crazy.
your arm while you're defending, go up, and that shit just look like a foul on you, bro.
Yeah,
Mike
Jordan
Conley
did that all the time.
I guess.
Shit.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
with
Jordan
the,
pushed off on Brian Russell. We all know that. That's for damn.
No,
sure.
he did though. Yo, I'm tired of the guy. No, he
Pushed
did
off
not.
on- And that's why I tell Lamont, I'm not a Jordan fan, bro. But y'all, some of y'all niggas make
They
me a
always
Jordan.
lie about that. His
pushed
body
off
was
like a
always
man.
What, yo?
That nigga pushed off.
Why does everybody say that he pushed off?
Because he pushed his butt.
He was already going that way. He was already going forward.
Right.
It's not a
further
foul in the 90s. Let it go.
Come on, bro. This is wild. Niggas saying
bro, he pushed him in the ass, bro. What you talking about?
I mean, no, he just crossed the nigga over. That's all.
And Pootie, you got to understand, when your momentum already going that way,
yeah,
just a very small little bump is gonna send you flying.
It's like in the air when somebody push you in the air. It's the same shit.
Like, so it didn't take much. I mean, Jordan definitely pushed the shit out of him. I mean, but it didn't take much of a push to get him up out of there once his momentum was taken out of the way.
But I ain't tripping though.
It is what it is.
I mean, Jordan got away with. I mean, I'm not tripping on it either because you can't expect to get that call at the end of the game.
I'm not gonna trip on that.
No, what I'm mad about is Steve Kerr though. Steve Kerr, I don't know. To say that Draymond needs help and stuff like that, I think that part is wild.
Let me put it like this. Steve Kerr has probably seen much more worse than what we've ever seen.
You don't need help. Nah, you don't need no help. We all say don't play around with mental health. Don't say nobody.
How you know that?
If somebody has mental health issues, you got to take it seriously. But all of a sudden, we'll throw around mental health like it ain't nothing.
He stalked that nigga out for no reason. Sabonis.
Listen, I'm a Draymond fan. I'm a Warriors fan as is and everything. And the last three major Draymond incidents, you know, he gave Sabonis the Seth Rollins treatment. He gave Gobert the Chris Benoit treatment, and then he thought he was freaking.
And Rudy Gobert is soft because he ain't do shit about it.
No, the whole team.
It doesn't matter though.
But it's.
Hey, hold on, y'all. This don't got nothing to do with what we talking about, but this is some crazy shit.
What?
It says breaking news. It says U.S. jets scramble to intercept China and Russia nuclear bombers.
What?
Nah, get the fuck out of here, bro. Bombers going where?
I don't know where, but these motherfuckers just intercepted them. And it says they intercepted them in the Sea of Japan. And it says they said the U.S. formed a formation of jets to intercept them motherfuckers. Don't know where they was headed. But them motherfuckers stopped them, though, wherever they was headed.
Oh, shit.
Niggas going to Draymond Green.
Hey, I'm just saying that's what happened, man. That shit, it's you guys go Google it,
but like Lamar, like what I'm saying is like I feel like the last couple of it's just I wouldn't say it's dirty, but it's just stupid because it's like why, especially
it's both. It's both. Dirty plays are stupid.
No, right. It's like you call it's like the first I don't like you said the whole mental. I don't know what's going on with Draymond, but like I do know the stigma about what they say the black man that can't control his emotions. There's a stigma. I don't like the stigma, but it is, and it looks like Draymond has it. I don't know what's going on with the man. He need to straighten up, and just get his shit together. Because right now, like he's doing more harm than he is good, and I don't know.
I agree.
I don't know if it's just internal and he's just lashing out, but this shit is uncalled for,
But what I was saying was, I think it's intentional. Like when I look at that play with Draymond, Nurkic wasn't really even grabbing him like that for him to start doing all that. And that's just like, bro, it's just like that had to be calculated. You have to be thinking about when to do it. And that's why I say I feel like he's trying to force his way out of Golden State. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because none of this
possibly. He want to team up with his glorious king. That's what.
Okay, Lamont.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna say this.
Let's just go with your logic. If I was Golden State, I would send them up north to Toronto.
That's if Toronto
They should have never traded Poole to keep him.
Like Draymond Green knows the climate.
Jordan Poole is trash. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, he trash.
Yeah, because of Draymond. That punch ruined him.
No, that's not true.
That punch ruined him? No.
Hold on. Listen. I was Jordan Poole fan. I was on Hoop Jogging Stream like literally 2 months ago. It was literally back in October. And I was like, I thought Jordan Poole's gonna be something to watch it. That man might be the dumbest basketball player I ever seen.
Yes, I told y'all niggas, he the dumbest nigga I've seen.
I thought he was gonna come to Washington and have a revenge.
Bro, I know that coach. I know that coach gotta be
No.
man.
Listen,
He's seething.
he go have a couple games this year where he go off for like 35, 40. I feel like he
Yeah.
gonna drop 40 on the Warriors wherever he go back to go to state.
Yeah, because he matters.
Facts.
But
I think the
like,
money went to his head.
he has no basketball IQ whatsoever.
Bingo.
He doesn't
Bingo.
play, it's the ego. He does not play a lick of defense. That man is a cone.
Yeah.
He's a literal cone. And then he takes bad shots after. There's literally a highlight tape of him taking dumb shots. Like just because you had the tutelage under Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, you are not
Right.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Right.
You could not be
He's showing
pulling
off for the baddies. That's all.
the
Yeah.
baddies.
Y'all know what happens with these young players.
You can't be
These,
showing out
when
for the
you know what
baddies.
I saw with Jordan Poole.
Lord have mercy.
This is an example of a young player who has a lot of people not affiliated with the Warriors in his ear telling him who he is and what he should be doing.
I can see that.
And he went AWOL on the Warriors. They started seeing it. Like they know who's in his camp.
Right.
And so he went AWOL on them. He started doing his own thing. He wanted to be the man. He's obviously when you're young, you're trying to get your next big payday. And rightfully so to a certain degree, but I think he went about it all the wrong way. And it's gonna cost him.
You can see it from inception, man. Like I've always said, man, I've been doing streams for a minute talking about that Golden State Warriors dynamic. And one thing I didn't like, which I gotta say this too, I kind of like Nick Wright now. Nick Wright is starting to grow on me after many years. I just hate his takes. You know what I'm saying? But 2 years ago, go ahead. What you saying, fam?
No, I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe you said that.
Well, because he's starting to get a little more mature because he comes from the Houston market. I'm from Houston. So I've been listening to Nick Wright since like 2014. So I've never liked him because he's a big LeBron head. You know me, I'm not a big LeBron guy. But at any rate, Nick Wright, just has this ability to kind of overstate things, and he's real big on stats. And I remember doing the finals with the Warriors and the Celtics. He predicted the Celtics to win, and his reasoning was Jordan Poole. Like his declining stats and all this, like, oh, he's not doing this. I'm like, and I said this, I made this video. Y'all go back on my channel 2 years ago. I said, no, the Warriors don't end and begin with Jordan Poole. They end to begin with their cohesion. With, like we said, the Draymond Green effect, with Klay and with Steph. That's where the team comes and goes. And, oh, by the way, your boy Andrew Wiggins, right? And he was saying, well, Jordan Poole, his stats have been going down every series. And he talked about the Mavericks, in the West Conference Finals before they went to the finals. I was like, no. Jordan Poole is inconsequential, man. He's a wild card. Now, one game, like my brother was just saying, he'll go for 30. But most games, guess what? He's going to give you 12, shooting a low shot percentage, playing low percentage basketball, shooting shots like, what the fuck are you shooting, right? And it came apropos to how the series played out because obviously the Warriors won. So to kind of see that, I just kind of called it early. I'm just like, Jordan Poole, he ain't what that is, bro. His diminishing, stats through the playoffs, that's just who he is. And when I saw him and Kyle Kuzma go together at the Wizards, I'm like, Lord have mercy. That's some of the most lowest IQ basketball. I said this before the season started, and right now it's a joke. I said that.
Well, he does need more time to develop, though.
I mean, shit, he
was saying he was going to average
20,
28, 30 points. Y'all was saying.
My thing is, who's the more youthful player, him or Draymond?
Well, him, but he's still a low IQ basketball player, and generally those guys don't recover from that.
Yeah, you can't recover. Like, listen, his talent alone, he has the ability. If he gets hot, he could drop 30 or 40 points. If he gets hot, that's just talent alone. But talent alone ain't gonna get you consistent 20 point per game, average at 20 points per game. Like, just because Steph can, shoot it from Antarctica and probably can shoot it from Mars, doesn't mean that he's going out there acting buck wild. The only time you see that man acting buck wild is if that man has a flamethrower with the extra no scope with a freaking sensor scope attached to it. That's the only time you see that. Like you see it like an all-star game. My thing with Jordan, I still feel like he can salvage his career. I don't think he's just, just this bum player, but if somebody don't get in his ear and like sell him the sit his ass down and actually learn how to
too
play
late, though.
basketball.
It's too late.
Too late. Too late.
It's too late.
Kevin Martin,
What happens
2.0,
is
bro.
NBA players don't learn until it affects their money. So he
Right.
won't really change until he's up for a contract or he don't get the contract he's looking for.
Man, Kevin Martin 2.0, bro. Kevin Martin averaged 20 points his whole career, bro. And Kevin Martin, you can't do a goddamn thing with him being your one of your marquee players.
Yo, why as soon as these NBA players get the big payday, their hunger, grit, and grind just goes down?
Human nature, bro.
Well, I'm about to say, why wouldn't you?
I was about to say that.
Bro, it's human nature,
Yeah,
bro.
I
It's
was about to say
hard,
the
bro.
Same thing would happen
I mean,
to all of
Cootie, I'm
us.
gonna just ask you. Somebody hand you $30 million tomorrow. How hard you really working for the next 20 years? Like, to be honest, you probably really ain't. I'm gonna kick back. A lot of vacations.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but wouldn't you want to like keep the money?
No.
No. Hoop
Those
jargon.
are
You get
only
30 million
certain
tomorrow. What you
superstars in the
doing,
league,
hoop jargon?
Man, I'm kicking my feet back.
You gonna go live from
but that's not the same
Costa
situation, though.
Rica Beach or some boy?
Well, I'm gonna give you an example, bro. Like Division I players, like people say, "Oh man, this dude's a 4-star kid out here. He's a 2-star kid, 3-star kid. Why he not doing this?" Because I'm telling you, everybody don't love the game.
Yep.
Everybody don't love the game. Some people just do it because you're good at it and it pays you.
Pays for college.
Right. You got a free education, so on and so forward. I've had so many teammates, bro, over the years, playing D1. Them dudes ain't love basketball like that. They ain't even like it, actually. They ain't even like basketball. Yep. So it's not outside the realm to understand that some dudes who are just good enough at the professional level, it's like, bro, I do this because I'm good at it. God gave me this skill set, and I'm just going to ride this bad boy out. I don't love this shit. That's why these dudes, some dudes don't win, right now. And they don't trip. We never win nothing. I mean, and good for you, but that's why dudes like Kobe were foreign to them because Kobe was maniacal about winning, right? And they just couldn't understand.
That's why I respect
mentality. Absolutely.
Everybody ain't got the
but here's the trade-off. See, what a lot of people don't talk about is when you are that dedicated to winning, there's a trade-off. And a lot of these NBA players, a lot of people don't talk about it. When you talk about Kobe, I'm almost certain there was a lot of real life personal problems that he had to deal with. When you talk about the situations with his wife, I mean, we don't know everything, but when you get that dedicated to winning, you don't just enjoy your life. You start having real life problems. Them real life problems will start kicking your ass. So there's a humongous trade-off for doing that. And it's not a lot of people that can balance it, like the Steph Currys or the LeBrons who found some type of balance.
How you come up with that?
What you mean?
How you gonna diss Kobe life and just come up with Steph?
I didn't diss his life, but I'm saying no matter how you slice it, when you dedicate yourself to that level, to the game of basketball, something you got to trade it off for something else, and it's gonna hurt something else. You're gonna give up time with your kids. You're gonna give up your wife. Something's gonna. I mean, it's just that's just the reality of it. You don't want to accept it. That's why I say I almost, when I look at some of these D1 guys, from my perspective, from where I was watching the game as a walk-on, these guys didn't live normal lives. A lot of these guys didn't have driver's licenses. They didn't know how to interact with females. The only thing they knew how to do was social media. You want to come over? This is that. This is what it is. They lose. There's a trade-off in their life.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's why I have a kind of a soft spot when they get into these sticky situations, and I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt because they don't live normal lives.
Hey, yo, Lamont.
Boo-hoo.
Hey, so like I feel on that because I go to school with a dude that was like pretty popular, like when he was in high school, like on Overtime and Ball is Life, Hansel Emmanuel.
Mm-hmm.
And he just transferred to my school this year, and
he's an idiot. Now he's an idiot.
What?
I don't think so. I'll explain why. But go ahead.
He's a prime example.
Nigga with one arm transferring? No, bro. Take your ass somewhere, bro. Whoever takes.
But he's a whole example of if no excuses was a person.
No, he cool though. He cool though. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
But he's an example of delusion.
Yeah, he's very delusional.
I know he been talking. No, I mean he been doing good like this year. I mean he been averaging what?
He averaged 1 and 4, bro.
Yeah.
2 and 4. He averaged 2 and 4.
He has one arm, bro. I don't care
how
good you are.
No. Well, listen,
and
like,
he's
if you got one arm, bro, you can only be so good.
He's cooking with one arm.
No, he's not cooking. He averaged 2 points and 4 rebounds, bro.
Bro,
He's
teams
not
take
cooking.
him on as a gimmick, bro. He's a
He
gimmick.
really only got one arm, like one.
He's not cooking,
really,
bro.
I saw his highlights, man. I was just
it's inspiration, but
You're
like,
not
no, he's
cooking
not
in a
cooking.
D1 basketball game with one arm.
He's playing 20 some odd minutes a game too.
Yeah, he played 23 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Y'all think he making it to the NBA?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
No, but like
the non-burgers association with the book.
Like that.
Hold on. Like, listen, that's the whole, like, on it, because that's the homie though. He cool.
I mean, he cool. He cool.
He good people. He good, like, for he good people. One of the kindest dudes I ever met, man. But like he told me, like, when he was talking about like the whole, like, he told me like the whole, like, the stardom and everything, like it's crazy for him because like he just a natural down to earth dude. And you got, like, you know, Sports Illustrated coming to the school, interviewing him and everything, and like it's the culture shock and everything. And he's just trying to live a normal life, trying to make it through day, you know, trying to, you know, practice hoop and everything. So I understand what he's going through, because, you know, what you saying, Lamar, because I didn't realize how hard it was to be a D1 player, because I'm not. But like talking to him and just, you know, hanging out with him whenever I can, man, like the shit is hard as hell.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
It's super hard for him.
He's from a third world country, first off, you know, from Dominican Republic. So, you know, it's just rough. I had a teammate from Brazil, man, and we were just so envious of him. And he went on to do like MMA fighting and shit. His name is Aldo Nilson Clementino. And but he was just like, man, he ain't never going back to Brazil. So I'm sure Hansel got the same type of opinion about that. But I'll say this too. It shows how hard D1 is though. Like, cause as great as his high school, you know, undergrad shit looked, bro. And my comments went viral on his post, and he said he's transferred from Northwestern State, which is out in Louisiana. And I wasn't trying to be mean, bro. I was just saying, like, I don't think he's gonna get the results he thinks transferring. And people were like, oh, nigga, you hating, you blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, it's not that. But when you watch him play, this thing got one arm. When he rebounds, it's hard for him to kind of get those tough 50-50 balls. It's tough for him to kind of get grip on it amongst other Division I athletes. And I was just like, I just don't think he's going to get that same success going somewhere else. Now he's at Austin Peay. And his stats don't look better playing double the minutes he played at Northwestern. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things, like, I hope people respect the level that D1 basketball is, because it's hard. It's hard, bro. And so, yeah, man, and I don't know where I'm going with that, but I guess I'm just kind of going off what you were saying. But man, I respect him. At the same time, it's like, bro, ain't nothing sweet out there in the D1 streets, bro.
I'm
Bronny going to college.
Like, yeah, shoot, his last game, bro. Like, because I'm in band, so I kind of have to be at every basketball game. So now his last game, like, he bean topped somebody off a rebound, you know, put him on a screensaver, and like he blocked like 3 3-pointers. I'm like, what the? How that? Like, literally just came out the blue and just was like, he was just
one arm.
Like, he was going, like, he was all over the place, man. The dude was going crazy. Like, he blocked 3 3-pointers. He had 4 blocks and like 6 rebounds or something like that. And I know he had 6 points. And
that's impressive. That's good, man.
But I know he, like, and that crazy. It's just like the team, like, I think he transferred because our new coach was the coach of Northwestern State, Coach Corey Gibson. He was also the coach is an alumni of the school that I go to, of Austin Peay. Yeah. So, like, you know, it's chill. You know, it's chill and everything. But, like, you know, just talking to him and, like, you know, he's explained to me, you know, what it's like, you know, being in that, you know, spotlight, you know, and, you know, something I thought that I would be interested in. It's like, nah, I couldn't handle it. He's handled it better than, you know, 99% of, you know, everybody else would. So, you know, I got, you know, props to him. Shout out to him.
Yeah, no, shout out to him, man. And again, I see somebody in the comments say, I think I was educated. No,
yeah, shout out to him.
I'm not educated.
Ultimate respect.
But I'm just kind of giving a outright opinion, being a former Division I coach and Division I player. Like, I'm just kind of saying what I thought, and it just turned to be a viral comment. But I'm like, I'm not hating on the young man. I'm just like, you know, it is what it is. I played against one-on people before. I've coached against one-on people before. It's just a built-in advantage you got over a one-on person. It just is what it is. So, you know, I just kind of just calling it how I see it, man. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I like him, man. I like him, but I'm not a big fan of the transfer, all that bullshit. I mean,
No,
I like player because there's a need for certain players to transfer because coaches lie their ass off sometimes and put you in a
Facts.
fucked up situation. So I understand that need, but when I see guys like him transferring, it's just like, bro, what the hell is you doing, bro? Like, bro,
Same.
you got you know what I mean? You know how many guys with two hands sitting at the D2 level would love to get a D1 offer,
Right.
and you get one, and as soon as you get one, you get mad at the coaching staff because you ain't get the playing time you want, and you transfer out. And this is why guys is losing opportunities, man.
Right.
I mean, it's
And
just like,
Lamont,
bro.
I gotta say, people talking about, oh well, bigger and better. The NBA is called. I'm just like, no, the NBA is not in the cards for that young man, and
No,
and
it's
that's no
not.
shame in that, bro. Like, I hope he maximizes on his basketball talent as far as he can go. But me just having a sober, just a real lucid opinion on it, it's just like, no, you're not going to the NBA, bro. With one arm, homie.
Do y'all know that guy named Geo Wise?
Yeah. I know.
Bro.
I know, bro.
This motherfucker, bro. This motherfucker had the nerve to join this school out here in Arizona called Inspire Prep.
I mean,
Bro, this
a
man
motherfucker
walked in the
dribble that
gym,
fast?
bro. The man walked in the gym. I mean, literally because of his social media fame, he got what? We probably like 500-600 students in there ready to watch this motherfucker play. And remember, mind you, because you know I coach GCU, I coach our club team, but we have 5 club teams. Obviously, I coach the top team that we call it the national team that does all the traveling and competes nationally. All the other teams is just like our developmental teams. These motherfuckers was playing our 5th team. We got 5 teams. They're playing our worst team. This motherfucker is so trash, and it's just like, bro, social media can trick you into believing anybody can hoop. Because that motherfucker got to be one of the worst basketball players I have ever
I thought
seen.
it was hard to steal the ball from him the way he dribbled.
No, bro, he is trash.
It's no. Have you seen him hooping like when he in the whole Baller's Life like
bro? That's all fake, bro. That is all fake.
No, I'm talking about like
I watched this man literally when I'm gonna tell like this is no shade to my 15 guys over at GCU. Salute to y'all guys. Y'all be working y'all ass off. But if we being honest, bro, this is not very significant. Like this is not. When I say not very significant competition, I'm truly meaning this is not a very significant level of competition that we're dealing with. And I mean, these guys good, they work hard, but if you're a good player, you're going to come in and you're going to give my 15-40 with no problem. Bro, the man just came in the game. He did that little dribble between the legs, still going the other way. Like, come on the other way, bro. This stupid ass shit, bro. My 15, like it was one of the dudes on my 15, his name is Junior, man. I love Junior to death, man. He's a little bit delusional in his expectations, but he be working his ass off, bro. Clamped that man up, embarrassed him, bro.
Clamped? Oh, he locked him up?
Bro, he's trash, bro.
No, hey, Lamar, on God, like the crazy thing, because my school, we trying to start up a club basketball team here and everything, and I'm trying to hop on it and everything, but But we still got to do the whole FYF, basketball tournament thing.
It's hard, man. We just gotta get it structured and organized. It's just hard.
All right, bro. Listen, bro,
I need more people involved in setting it up because I can't have a million people canceling on me.
I know. I followed you on Instagram because I wanted to. I tried to send you my videos of me shooting and everything, bro. I got some range on me.
I don't know about all that, big chest, man.
No, I'm not capping. Like, keeping it a bit. Like, I'm keeping it a whole being with you, bro.
I actually think I saw a video of you hooping though before. I think I saw it.
What y'all think of Lethal Shooter though?
Who?
Lethal Shooter?
Yeah,
I mean, he's a D1 athlete.
D1. Didn't he go pro overseas or something like that?
I don't know if he went pro, but he's a D1. Like,
yeah,
bro. D1 athletes when they walk in the gym separate themselves. So if D1 athletes can walk into any gym and be a separator, imagine what NBA players and semi-pro players look like when they walk in the goddamn gym.
We had I know
Russell Westbrook need to see that meme.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best players in NBA history, man.
He is. That is a fact.
Leave that man.
As far as jump shot wise, him and Ben Simmons.
He also got one of the lowest IQs of the best players too.
Who? Russ?
Westbrook, absolutely.
He does.
It is what it is.
He just works hard.
I don't know if I would call it low IQ because
I would.
It's good intentions. But I just don't. I think a lot of this stuff just don't plan out the way he wanted to plan.
But Lamont, man, like we gotta just keep it a beam.
You can't
Russell
have low
Westbrook
IQ
never played point guard in his life before he got to the NBA, bro.
Yeah, that is true. He is a defender, as you said.
And me and you, when you first came to my channel way back in the Gap, that was kind of the thing that me and you butted heads on, and you know, we see what kind of opinion prevailed going forward. And listen, man, I'm not trying to shit on no dude who, like you say, he's a top 75 player, and that's to be respected.
And triple doubles leader.
Yeah. And which will be passed up in sometimes, so it won't mean as much when Jokic finishes.
I'm sorry, but for some reason I can't see Jokic passing that up.
Well, Jokic will be a better revered player than him in
some reason.
Probably 2 years.
I could be wrong.
He already got a championship. He got 2 MVPs.
Yeah,
I would say right now he's a better revered player than him. Right now, actually.
I think Jokic had it pretty easy compared to Russ.
Okay, because he has a higher basketball IQ and he's a better player. And he won a championship.
Yeah, but I think Russ works harder. Like Jokic's defense just
based
lacks.
on what?
As far as getting the rebounds, the steals, the basically getting his guys involved, all that.
We talking about 2 triple-double monsters, one of which has a higher basketball IQ. What we talking about?
I mean, you can't have a low IQ and then be the all-time leader in triple-doubles.
Sure you can. If you play sports, I'm gonna keep his name out this chat. One of my best teammates I played in my life. He played high school and I played JUCO with him. This dude probably. Well, no. Okay, you know what? I'm never go that way. Let me put it this way. Just because you're good athletically does not mean that in situational awareness that you are on point. And how do I know this? With Russell Westbrook, remember when Ricky Rubio hit him for 30 when he played for the Jazz?
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook the next game say, I'm gonna come and basically bust his ass. Listen, Ricky Rubio would not score 30 again in his life. Right? So it just shows that you have poor situational awareness.
No, it just means he has a bone to pick with him.
No, because you don't understand the big picture. The big picture is Rubio would never score 30 again. It's not that you go and lock up Rubio and bust his ass. It's that you just play your assignment properly. Going forward, when he came to the Lakers, and I told Lamont about this shit, he said that there's no expectations. Oh, well, no, my career's already solidified. Nigga, you coming to the Lakers. Are you fucking kidding me? And that's why he got lambasted the way he got lambasted, bro.
Nah, they had him as a scapegoat.
No. You become a scapegoat after the fact. We talking about what he said before he came to the situation. So you came in with the wrong mentality. You thought everything was sweet, and you thought you just come ingratiate yourself without having to become an off-the-ball player. And it panned out. And not only that, I'll end up playing here. Darvin Ham went out his way to try to still ingratiate him, bring him off the bench. Say, yeah, Russ gonna come and breathe on the bench, hyping him up, as it were. Which and kudos to Darvin Ham for doing that. That shows a high sense of understanding your player, like we talked about earlier, like having a just a willing spirit to big people up, and that's the best he looked coming off the bench, and he still was unusable. Now with the Clippers, I ain't looked him up in a few weeks. Y'all can crank
because that system didn't fit him, but okay.
Huh?
I'm saying that system didn't fit him.
Right.
Like,
so we talking about a nigga who been on 5 teams in 7 years, right?
Right.
So he don't fit nowhere.
I'm surprised OKC hasn't tried to pick him back up.
Oh, let's go there. Let's talk about OKC. Let's talk about Houston. Let's talk about Washington. Let's talk about the Lakers. Let's talk about the Clippers.
OKC was his team.
Right. And they did what?
Left.
And they did what once KD left? They did what?
Playoffs.
At least he was getting them to the playoffs. Okay. He had nothing but a bunch of scrubs, and he still was getting them to the playoffs.
No, that's not true. He had fucking Adams there.
He had Carmelo.
He had Paul George.
Paul George. But other than
that,
he had
Carmelo Anthony. No, he had Serge Ibaka for a minute. No, he had people on his team. That's not true.
He went to the playoffs. So what else?
He was carrying. But we talking about one of the best players, quote unquote, ever played in the NBA. what did he actually do with that time?
There's a reason why he won the MVP in 2017.
He went to the
Okay, good for him.
playoffs. What was
Good
he
for him.
supposed? What
But
else was he supposed to
He
do?
was a number 5 seed when he won, which is breaking protocol like a motherfucker for MVP.
Yeah, that's how trash his team was. He had to even get them there.
He's still top 50 all time.
Won that year, and I don't
He's
like
still
James
top
Harden
50 all time. He's still one of the greatest point guards to grace the NBA floor. Like what you're saying, still an MVP.
I guess, but
it's not no. I guess it's I know. That's a fact. That's not an opinion.
My charge is he's a low IQ basketball player, though.
That's cool. That's how you
great.
feel.
I said he's great. I gave him that.
Well, what you bashing him for? Like what's your
low
point?
IQ? I said it. This is the third time I said it. My charge is he's a low IQ basketball player. So if we talking about championship level, he's not your guy. That's what I'm.
But you can't say Jordan Poole is low IQ and then say Russell Westbrook is low IQ, bro. You can't.
Sure,
you can't.
Sure, I can.
Those two
Listen,
together
Russ
as low IQ.
Poole,
no, stop.
I'm not saying they're the same player, but I'm saying if we're gonna say low IQ, they both in that category. Now, can you say that Russell is at the tippy top of that? Yes, but overall, yes, they're both low IQ basketball.
I think
players.
Russ is low IQ when he can't be the number one option to dominate the basketball.
I think he is when he is.
No, he wasn't the number one option in OKC.
He was the number one option.
This dude keeps shooting when he
playing with Kevin Durant.
He keeps shooting.
I ain't talking about Kevin
bro.
Durant. I thought you were talking
But
about
at least unlike Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook has the confidence to shoot.
As a second
I ain't confidence with no jumper.
Whether he bricks or not, I respect that.
I'm not getting y'all. I'm not getting y'all. Y'all say y'all say his IQ is the first option. Is this and that? Oh, he can't, bro. Outside of him being the first option, his IQ ain't high. Man, he went to the finals, bro. Like before, bro.
Yeah, he went to the
as a
finals
second option.
when him being with Kevin Durant being the best player on that team.
All right, that ain't taking nothing. That's not taking nothing away from him.
All right,
I respect people that give it their all the time.
That's not taking nothing away from him.
That doesn't mean you don't have low basketball IQ though. It means you just play hard.
That's a fact too. So I'm just.
It is what it is, bro. Like I give him his credit, man. He's one of the best dudes to suit it up. I give him that. But if we talking about championships level performance, it's always the IQ thing. When you man, and somebody can fact check me on this, and I'm gonna say this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I remember seeing a stat that him when KD won the scoring title those 3 years, he shot more shots than KD at OKC. So with that being said, it shows your lack of awareness because you have this undying thing like, okay, I'm gonna run through the wall. And listen, that can be your best friend, it can be your worst enemy. What they say, the same thing to make you laugh, the same thing to make you cry. And that's just what I seen with Westbrook through the totality of his career. And now that he's diminished, as far as his hands are really bad, him finish at the rim is really bad now. It's just a combination of
he don't finish at the rim really bad. Stop lying.
Yeah, yes, he does finish at the rim bad.
No, he don't. Stop lying.
Yes, he does.
KD kind of shoots. KD don't really shoot a lot
heard.
with anybody though. And Russell Westbrook is getting older now, so him finishing at the rim and losing his athleticism, which was a big part of his game. It's gonna show.
He should have had some more areas in his game.
For him to still be in the league with no athleticism,
he should have something else in his game.
Like 3-point shooting.
He don't have it.
He can still play defense and facilitate an offense.
He don't want to. He can't shoot. What the shit?
He's coming off the bench. What do you mean?
It doesn't matter if you come off the bench. You still can shoot, no matter if you come off the bench or not, bro.
At least he actually shoots.
Nah, that ain't no excuse for the Lakers missing the playoffs, sir. I hope you know that.
No. I'm not giving no excuse for the Lakers missing the playoffs. I go real deep on that.
That's a stretch.
Right, we not giving no excuses for no 4-5 Hall.
I'm not giving an excuse. I can go real deep on why the Lakers ain't make the playoffs with his tutelage.
You ain't gotta go deep. They missed the playoff with 4-5 Hall of Famers, first to ever do that.
Right. But I'm saying, I'm talking about the Houston Rockets tutelage. I'm talking about his Wizards tutelage. I'm talking about his Oklahoma City tutelage. Him being the star player. So my shit is off the whole thing, man.
Man, we ain't stop good as hell.
For Russell Westbrook to get to the playoffs in the Western Conference with OKC his MVP year, averaging a triple-double. Then he goes to the Wizards. They make the playoffs. He averages a triple-double.
They made the play-in game.
But I think
they made the play-in game when that bullshit.
They were the 8th seed.
Cut it out.
Coaches that do best with Russ, because Russ is a Hall of Famer. The coaches that do best with Russ are the coaches that say, I don't give a damn what your weaknesses are. We just gonna focus and build around your strengths. Because there's a trade-off. Again, with all players, there's some type of trade-off. The trade-off is that you're going to see some low IQ, inefficient plays at times. But the positive return you can get is you can get a highly productive guy that can fill up the stat sheet and give you a chance to win every night. Because his triple-double, like when you look at his triple-doubles, I think he has the highest win percentage all time with triple-doubles in NBA history. Like he wins like 80% of his games, higher than that, I think, when he has a triple-double. So it was all correlating to wins. So, I mean, I can't kill him for it. I just think there's a trade-off with every player.
But when got guys like Steven Adams boxing out and letting them get boards, like you know the stats are a little bit
no, but I just don't think I think that might have happened every now and then. But I don't know if Steven Adams can do that enough to where he has a season's worth of triple-double.
Man, Lamont, man, this man, exactly, Lamont, man, give it to him, Rob, man. You sound crazy. Do you know how hard it is to average a triple-double for 3 straight
it's
years?
extremely hard.
It's 82.
It's
82 games. It's 82 games in a season, bro. Do you think that's just happening just because Steven Adams getting out the paint? Do you know how
That's not what I said. That's not what I said, nigga. I said that you got to factor in the fact that Steven Adams was clearly doing that, and that's video evidence of it.
Nigga ain't no clearly, nigga. Do you know how hard that is?
Nigga, Google it.
Nigga, even if he want to clearly do that, nigga. Even if he want, bro. Even if he want to clearly do that, nigga, you still getting the other team like advantages to get the motherfucking rebound.
It's literally Google.
Do you know how hard that is?
You can argue with yourself on that one, homie.
To average 10 rebounds for 4 straight years, nigga. He did it on the Wizards too.
My son Austin.
He did it without Steven. He did it without Steven Adams. Nigga, bro, hold on, bro. The proof is in the pudding. Is you crazy? He did it without Steve Adams.
The proof is in the pudding that he's a statistical monster. I tell him that. I said he great. So I let in with that. But I'm talking about championship level performance. The proof is in the goddamn pudding. This dude is a low basketball IQ player. It is what it is.
The rest of that nigga, man.
Yo, what's up, Lamont? How you doing, brother?
I know niggas love Westbrook. I get it. But shit. It's the reason why he's been on so many things in so few years, bro.
Let me go ahead.
Traded to my team.
Go ahead, Mari. Go ahead.
All right, so I just wanted to chip in on do you already talked about the Draymond Green stuff already?
Yeah, we talked about it. What's your thought on it?
Well, I'll tell you this though. I mean, initially, I thought about the fact of how, you know, Draymond Green's rep has just made it worse and worse for him. But, you know, you obviously was on LVZ's live stream the other day. And it made me really think about the fact that, shoot, the NBA media is playing double standards. It's just like you got all this energy for Draymond Green and what he does, but where's your energy for Josh Giddey? You know what I mean? It's just like I'm watching a pure double standard right in front of my face. And sometimes you don't realize it until somebody, you know, tells you about it. That's what I kind of felt about it. You know what I mean? And the other thing too is that when it comes to Draymond, he's a representation of what the old school basketball is, but many fans hate on it. Like, you can't have it both ways. Either you love it or you don't want it in today's basketball, or do you want to have it? You know, that's what kind of just is insane. But, you know, to chip in on my Westbrook, you know, topic, I'll tell you, remember the 2012 NBA Finals? Remember when Magic Johnson said that was the worst point guard player I ever seen out of a championship level point guard in the NBA Finals? Remember that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He had 44 that game.
But also.
But hold on.
I would have to put some of that blame on coaching.
I remember.
He only played.
I was just about to say a lot of it was on coaching too, because Scott Brooks should have done a better job of managing the egos of the team, including Westbrook, to let him understand, hey, this Durant is our key guy, not you. And I just felt that was one of the major factors of why the Thunder didn't reach their potential, because it wasn't just the James Harden contract situation. It was the fact that Scott Brooks didn't manage the egos of the team better, that really led to their eventual slow demise. Because listen, if you got a generational talent like Kevin Durant on your team, and you're thinking about and you're not seeing that, that's just more about you. You could have a high IQ of basketball, but you can still have a huge ego and still try to mess everything up. That's possible too. You know, with Russell Westbrook, I respect the fact that he done the triple-double, best and won MVP out of it. But at what cost? Because because the thing is, remember, they blew a 3-1 lead against the Golden State Warriors. And it wasn't the fact that Kevin Durant didn't play well, and then Russell Westbrook was making idiotic plays in critical situations.
Absolutely.
We know he's going to the Hall of Fame, but at the same time, we can criticize the fact that he wasn't a smart basketball player in those moments. And unfortunately, his postseason record reflects on that. That's my stance. Right. Go ahead.
Fact,
ain't no words kept secret. Y'all not
because nobody wants to.
Green just has to.
Go ahead, Lamont. It's your show.
Accept responsibility. Stupid actions, man. I'm fine with that. I think everybody else fine with it.
How many games he got?
It's indefinite right now.
They need to get him 45 games to 60 games. I
don't think he's gonna get that much.
That's a little much, right?
Nah, man,
he should.
Man, he need to get the book, man.
45. Hold on, first, bro. You got to realize the one thing we know is not going to be close to 20 games because Miles Bridges got convicted of domestic battery and he got 25 games.
Yeah,
so let's pump the brakes. So the thing is, the NBA has set a barometer for where they're gonna cap out on these things. And he ain't gonna get no 20 games.
Oh no, that's unfair, bro. That's unfair. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If he don't get 45 games or more, bro, or 40 games, bro, I'm bored. We need to boycott the NBA, bro, because what they did to Ja Morant, bro. You feel me?
They ain't gonna do shit, dog.
They racial profile Ja Morant because the stuff he did outside the court. This nigga slapped the nigga bare face.
How you gonna go to racial and go for another black man?
Why would you show
because Ja Morant represent what the young niggas is of this today and age. And for them to distinctively just point that out because really that's the reason I gave him the book like that, just 45 games because of what he is as a nigga. He represent these young niggas. You feel me? We got niggas out here that did much worse.
That ain't gonna happen, my boy. It's not gonna happen.
So Draymond Green need about 45 games for the whole season out of the month. That's what he need.
No, he don't.
You have become a danger to the players of the NBA, sir. You have been slapping niggas. You have been slapping. Listen, man. Lamont, man. The man been punching niggas out. He been knocking niggas out, slapping niggas out, kicking niggas out, putting niggas,
choking niggas out.
Get that nigga, come on, man. He's choking niggas, man. Get that nigga body up, man.
Not gonna happen.
Get that nigga body up, man.
He's building bitch 2.0.
That shit not gonna happen.
That nigga dangerous, man.
Y'all just gotta be serious about what they're gonna do, bro.
Right.
Let's be logical. Exactly, bro. Like, listen, I gotta ask people this question: have you ever seen Draymond Green ever throw a closed fist at anyone in his entire career? Have you ever seen it?
I seen a nigga knock a nigga out in practice. Nigga,
No, it's not about practice. I'm talking about an actual game. I'm not worried about the. I'm not worried about the incident.
You ain't worried that he knocked his own teammate out in practice.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, bro.
That was escalated by Poole because Poole basically got arrogant and then started getting the Draymond's feet.
Poole wasn't gonna back down. Poole was not good.
Poole was probably been an asshole for sure, but you still can't do that.
Doesn't matter. Right. But whatever. But I'm saying in an actual game. But besides the practice thing. But my point with Draymond here is that listen, I just believe that there's a double standard going on when it comes to stuff like this. But then at the same time, the media will ignore the Josh Giddey stuff. That I have a problem.
That I do agree with. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a double standard going on with NBA, not just with NBA media, but in sports media in general. You can get all this heat for Von Miller, but what was your energy at with Ben Roethlisberger? Like, get the hell up out of here. And when you look at the fact that Von Miller's girlfriend has been pretty much starting trouble with them for years.
They was really frying Ben Roethlisberger, though. I ain't gonna lie. Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, I mean, they fried him, but they weren't as aggressive as they should have been.
But you know what, though, Mar? But you got to remember, it's just like me and Hoop Jargon was talking about. The way we react to certain things over time changes. So if you want to compare the incidents, how they're handled now versus how they were handled back then with Ben Roethlisberger, well, the media was a little softer on those things back then, and you could slide as opposed to now where the media is extremely sensitive to those types of allegations. And so
true. That's
all that's changed. So, so I don't want to act like Ben Roethlisberger was really getting away with anything. It's just the media they pick and choose what to care about. And I guess we're in an era right now where those types of things that get you canceled or can cost you your spot in the league, as opposed in the past, it wouldn't.
Right.
But and look, we live in a climate to where if you're a WNBA player and you have domestic violence, nobody cares.
Right.
It's hypocrisy. Well, I just understand that the media dictates what a lot of people care about. That's what I've seen, and that's what I was talking about today. The media made people care about the Draymond situation. When the media didn't make you care about these situations when it was happening in the 80s, 90s, even sometimes in the 2000s. So,
right. Well, the thing is that the influence of social media has really made it much more. It's kind of like putting a magnifying glass on a lot of different things, sometimes to a fault. I'm not saying sometimes, most times to a fault. But at the same time, it's kind of like no matter what an NBA player does, guilty or innocent, it's like everybody's going to get the stink of the cancel culture Me Too movement bullshit that literally is just making our society toxic. And I just feel that's how I kind of look at things more now. Now, I will hope that Kevin Porter Jr. sues the shit out of ESPN and gets every cent out of it, because I believe everything they're doing to him everything they did to him was ridiculous. And I hope that whatever comes out of the Josh Giddey situation, that at least some sort of resolution can be resolved. Like, there's no way that, listen, if Draymond Green did something like that, close to what Josh Giddey was doing, because to me the story's kind of like little money at the moment. The story's kind of little money at the moment. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Lamont?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Draymond Green in that incident would have been suspended indefinitely.
I think the NBA is being real. Like I said before, I think they're going hands off with Josh Giddey because the Kevin Porter Jr. situation put them on real notice. And I mean, I know that nobody's really talking about it.
Spurs on here
every day I keep hearing more information about this Kevin Porter lawsuit against the NBA and against ESPN. And it's looking like it's going to have some real credibility. And so ESPN is going to be on the hook.
You heard about the Kevin?
I can't wait. I hope he wiped them out for billions, man.
Bro, hold on. But what I'm hearing, and I'm hearing it from an attorney in Houston, it's not looking good for ESPN, and that's why because when he put them on notice, because I guess he had to send them some type of memorandum, because the first thing ESPN will have to do is they have to publicly recant and retract the statements that they made. And I almost would bet over the course of the next 30, 45 days, we get something to that degree out of ESPN. And boy, they right now they're not in a good situation. That's why they had to shut the hell up on Josh Giddey. They had
Stephen A. Smith.
They had to because
no, it's ESPN. Not Stephen A. It's ESPN.
Well, the thing is that listen, we talked about. I'm sure we talked about the role what ESPN has done over the past decade, and now it's coming back to bite them in the ass because you've taken a stance of so-called feminism, Me Too movement, all that other nonsense. Now it's coming back to bite you in the ass because when you come out and say, ridiculous accusations without any proof or any shred of credible information attached to your accusations, this is what's going to happen. They should have known about this a long time ago, and now it's coming to a head. And now, regardless of what comes out of it, now ESPN is going to have to pay the price for it, and their credibility is pretty much at the toilet. I mean, it was already bad even before, but now it's getting worse and worse for themselves to the point where they have to start treading carefully. That you're going to have to do your job and research the information first before you come out on camera and say that nonsense. People like Malika Andrews, Molly Caron, and even before Michelle Beadle.
You talking about that white woman?
Malika never keeps
Michelle
the same
Beadle.
energy.
Oh my God, Michelle Beadle was
I want to talk about that white woman. I'm talking about the Malika Andrews.
Oh, Malika Andrews, yeah.
She never keeps the same energy.
That white woman, a motherfucker.
Well, the thing with Malika Andrews is that she's the type of woman that is just going to go off the rails without using any credible information. And you would think working for a legitimate a sports network like ESPN, you would do your job as a journalist. Because you graduate from journalism, that you have to use legitimate information and proven information to go along to what you're saying. And if you don't do that, what you say on camera holds no merit. And I hope that Kevin Porter Jr. gets every single cent that he deserves and destroys ESPN's credibility. But as far as Draymond Green is concerned, I think that they're just using that quote unquote indefinite suspension as a way to try to alleviate the heat that's been going on Kevin Porter Jr. and whatever all the other stuff that's been going on. But that's what I think. Go ahead, guys.
I mean, look at how she handled the Ime Udoka situation.
Man, I knew the Kevin Porter Jr. was gonna be all right, man. She right back fucking him, man. Come on, man. Y'all know that girl right back fucking that man.
The fact that he got arrested here is crazy.
Let's tell the truth, man. She right back fucking him. I knew that was gonna happen, bro. All this stuff, bro, is just bashing, bro. It's just bashing black folks, bro. At this point, they using Malika Andrews to bash black men horribly.
I'm telling you, man.
But you see how people. But to see, the funny thing is ESPN sees how people really feel about her. It got exposed at the NBA Cup when they had her announcing the goddamn shit at the end, and everybody started booing her ass, and then they tried to muffle out the noise. It's just like, well, but motherfuckers don't like no Malika Andrews. It's just
nope.
I don't see her surviving another contract. I think ESPN is just using her. I don't see them bringing her back. Her contracts up.
Man, when she talk, man, and she get mad, she make that distinctive like face, like when she mad, like she just mad. I be like, man, I know she give her husband hell, man. I feel sorry for her husband.
Yeah, no, it'd be against her own people.
Yeah, I be like, what we do? Damn, what we do to you? How many niggas broke your heart?
Here's the thing. We don't know what her personal vendetta was with black men in totality. So I don't know if she'll ever address it or not, but that's not our business. But like what LVZ always says, when white supremacy is done with its tools, it breaks. So I do believe that when the contract with ESPN with her is done, I think that they're not going to renew it. They're just going to let her go. That's what I believe.
Right.
Hey, but look, y'all. Look, I got to get this one shut down, y'all. We getting close to the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch my Knicks win.
Jordan Poole had 30 points tonight. Y'all just got to bringing them up.
Yo, what up?
Hey, Lamont, next time, bro, let me know when we will do another debate, though, bro. I try to get back in to try to reclaim my
We're gonna be doing the debate, so I'm gonna put out a community post, but they were all scheduled for Saturday.
Yeah.
But
that's cool. I'll wait after Christmas.
Something just came up, so I might not be able to do them until Sunday this week again. But I just have everybody check the community post. If I change it, if I move it to Sunday, I'll try to let everybody know early, and so hopefully we don't get too many cancellations. But we're still gonna have the debates.
All right, man. You have a good night.
All right, man. Salute, Mahari. All right, George, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man. And salute to Pootie, man. All right, Pootie. All right, y'all. Look, man. FYF Sports, man. Another great podcast episode. All right, man. Hold on. He says Malika Andrews got them black nails. Hey, look, man. Malika Andrews. I've been telling y'all about Malika Andrews, Molly Karam for years, ever since I started this channel. I didn't wait until I've been calling them out from day one. And it's just like now all of a sudden people finally is putting two and two together and they start to see, okay, yeah, they trying to they in the play together. They trying to run a play on us. So that's all it is. But salute to him and salute to Sammy in the chat, one of the top moderators, man. Much appreciated. Help keeping the chat organized. Salute to Adam, man. I haven't seen you in here, Adam, man, but I appreciate you pulling up. Salute to Tommy T. Again, appreciate you as well, man, pulling up. Long time subscriber. I remember seeing your name way back, so I know you've been here for a minute. Salute to Land. Nico, and then again, salute to everybody that was watching on IG Live as well, man. I see about 40 of you guys were watching from IG Live. We were live. This was the first stream where we were simultaneously live on IG as well. So again, appreciate everybody watching on IG Live as well. We're gonna be dropping a lot more content on Clash TV. We're gonna be dropping more content on Newsbreak. So again, man, y'all expect to see us everywhere, man. We got a lot of stuff planned for FYF, man. Hopefully I got some big plans coming for the channel. I gotta hopefully, if things go right, I gotta make a business trip soon. And if things go right, we could be opening some new doors for the channel. So we'll see how things play out, man, here in the future for FYF Sports. But again, appreciate you guys. It's FYF Sports, man. Another great podcast episode, man. We're gonna be back with more sports and news. Until then, it's FYF Sports, and we out, y'all.
Yeah, we done came from the bottom, mad that we up, but I don't hear him talking. Started with knowledge inside of my noggin. We took a dream and then we started blogging. Put my city on the map now. I'ma say how it is and I don't back down. On the road to 100K, we finna act out. We gon' show them that we not just in the background. We the main event, we the main show. We the one that people always gon' pay for. FYF, we the best, no debate though. Number one sports channel, every angle. I'ma show them all how we ride. Best sports talk showing out like them guys. Who's playing it safe while they feather the lines. We pushing the narrative all the time. Like who to go in the game is not MJ. Kobe Bryant top 10, not what we say. I keep Elijah one is very overrated. Keep it real if it ain't fact, we don't say it. Now it's stable, we won't be ignored.
Missing the lake, I'm missing the draws again, a hell of pain. I got a lot to deal with and my mind is kinda slipping away. What's on the line? I made up my mind, so shit, I'll just taste it great. Whatever it is, whatever it was, it's never gonna be the same. How do I explain what's been going on with me? You say that I changed, but you didn't know the old me. I think that I saved you. Tell me who gon' save me. I'm way too fucked up in this club. I'm ashamed, baby. You say that I changed, but you ain't really know me. When I'm around my dogs, girl, they just can't control me. Trying to spend my time right, using every second of it. Trying to spend my time right, using every second of it. Before it's too late, girl, before it's too late. Can I speak my mind right? Girl, before it's too late. I've been moving backwards, rolling up the backwards. Out of being dash. Do you have my back, girl? Before it's too late. Can I say my piece, girl? Girl, know what you mean to me. You just keep it real with me. I've been moving backwards, rolling up the backwards. Every time I'm backstep, missing the lake, I'm missing the draws again, a hell of pain. I got a lot to deal with and my mind is kinda slipping away. What's on the line? I made up my mind, so shit, I'll just taste it great. Whatever it is, whatever it was, it's never gonna be the same. Folding again and I'm running the map. They say the best defense is just to attack. Hopping through too much, it's hard to attach. All this going on is being hard to relax. Gotta get up, gotta get it again. They ain't get the message, we spinning again. I feel my back, I'm just leaving it in. Get what they want, then they leaving again. I cannot act like this ain't nothing new. Been getting smarter with all I've been through. Nowadays I'm more rewarding than truth. Tired of keeping it G just to lose. Let it all out when I step in the booth. We're dead for some months, now it's time to recruit. Met the investments, it's time to recoup. It's time to recoup, but how do I explain what's been going on with me? You say that I changed, but you didn't know the old me. I think that I saved you. Tell me who gon'